Live with Nova Indagatio, Session 39, Breakers of Chains. I just gave the players, specifically Christian, a little preamble on his risks of eating these hearts, so we're kind of retroactively going back in time a little bit before he eats these hearts. So you guys are, I don't know exactly where you're standing with these dead dragons, but I assume they weren't below the mesh, were they? No, they died on top of the mesh.
No, they were above the mesh, or they were flying above the mesh.
And then they just, their bodies would have
well, no, one is below the mesh, actually. One is below the mesh.
Do you remember which one it
was?
One
died down there. Yeah. Because
I'm also retroactively going to say it's not just a cakewalk to get in there. It might be easy. Maybe I always underestimate you guys. Maybe you will. Mm-hmm. But I do want you to have the combat to fight those creatures down there because I said so. But maybe you make it easy. Maybe it's like 2 seconds of combat, or maybe it's hard. They do have some abilities that make things whatever. And yeah, you guys do have used resources, so it's not as easy as maybe I made it sound. So.
Oh yeah. Well,
then even more so, because at least one of the hearts are in the fucking cage.
Yeah. So do we remember which one is accessible? If not,
Shadow.
Yes.
Shadow is in the cage. The deceased one is the one that died in the air.
Exactly. The Apocalypse Dragon died in the air and it fell the fuck down and landed on the mesh. And the other one
so the party is assembled around this mesh. It no longer is retracting and coming together at your presence, or I don't know if any of you got close enough to even try it, but it's not retracting and whatever.
Hi, Megumi.
Yeah. You guys...
I'm dying.
You can do your things as the mountain is looking over this Apocalypse Dragon. It's pulsing, or not pulsing, it's like pestilent.
That for now I'm leaving alone.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys can do your thing as we resume here.
Yeah. Unless the links are severed with me, Jess, you're currently taking damage.
Yeah, so let's... Okay. Did you ever get 110 feet away from her? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, no, right. You severed the link action. We manually severed the link, no one.
Yeah, I think Felix and Christian are severed. Everyone else, or Megumi is still severed with Whitney. So everyone else, if you want to reestablish the link or just heal them first before you just take damage over time.
Yeah.
Whatever you would want to do.
Oh my god, she said yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just gonna get rid of this.
I think I would do like a channel energy, see how that helps everyone.
Love that.
Yes.
Gather around, everybody.
Has everybody seen Leyland?
Hi, I'm right here. Hi. It's gonna run out in like a couple seconds. Don't worry about it.
And this is not good yet, so...
There you go. It ran out.
Alright,
it's just having trouble because it's trying to update it with the script. There you go.
Everyone heal 24.
Yeah, it doesn't have the Fae Foundling stuff in there, so...
Yep. Well, I can tell you, I'm a little bit more wounded than that.
Same.
But I have like a billion potions that I'm not using, just in case.
Well...
at least I don't have any.
Let's try Cure Moderate Mass.
Oh.
Oh, whoops. That's the wrong.
2d8 plus 15.
I don't know if we programmed them to do your thingy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we did either.
Well, you didn't roll a 1
does
anyway.
Not, but don't worry, you rolled goaded, so it worked out.
Yeah, so it says it's plus 30. Because of Blessed Touches. Oh no, Blessed Touches only on... Leon Hansen. No, I'm casting a Q spell. So yeah, it is plus 30.
Yeah, and then I think your other abilities are just if you rolled a 1 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, whenever you cast a Cure spell, the maximum number of hit points healed is based on your Oracle level, not the limit. Are you higher than 15? You're 16 now, right? So you need another plus 1 then, I guess, right?
No, we are at 15.
Oh, you're at 15. Okay, then no change for that. Because its limit is 15.
Okay.
I'm
just 13 HP down.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Change your guys'
I can do a Cure Light on you.
Sure. I also have a billion potions, but sure, I'll take a Cure Light. Oh well, that's a billion HP.
Oh, +8 for Frontier Healer. Should that be in the last one? What's Frontier Healer? Anytime you restore hit points using the heal skill or a cure spell, but not with channel energy lay on hands or magic device.
Okay, so it should have
restore one additional point, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so in the last one you should have been a +8 as well.
So I guess you didn't need to cast that one, because I was just 5 down.
Okay, I'll take that spell point back.
So you have max hits now, Felix?
I'm down 5.
I can restore the link, and then you can heal 5, and I'll take 5.
Sure. We can do that.
Alright, yeah. Do we declare that everyone is back linked up with you? Just for record.
Christian, how are you looking over there?
Completely fine.
Alright, I'm relinking with Christian and Atahia.
You mean Leyland?
Not Leyland.
And Leyland, yeah.
Oh, was Atahia severed as well?
I don't know. I'm relinking with everybody.
Yeah, sure. I think Atia's always with you. But yeah, you can relink everyone.
Alright. Okay, now I really want to loot this place and steal all their shit.
Yeah, so below you, as you guys are healing on this mesh, you could see these non-speaking animals, creatures below you. There's these 2 creatures that are by this like door. Well, not a door, like this big thing that clearly goes into like an inside place.
I just want to like go down to the mesh, and I'm just gonna see if I can just bend it open a bit.
Yeah, before that, I just want to describe these creatures. They're hulking, serpentine creature that resemble an oversized salamander, devoid of color. Its flesh is pockmarked with like scales, like metallic piercings, and it carries a fearsome spear. And like around them is this like smoky air that's just like surrounding them.
I want to roll a knowledge check to see if I can make up some bullshit about these creatures.
Yeah, it would be planes or religion will work.
Sure.
The Felix special.
Jesus. You know these as Ashen Forge Masters. You can know anything you want to know about them.
I'm not sure if I want to know something about them. I think the name's really cool.
What about a hotness check?
Ooh.
Sure. 3d6.
Should I
They're
roll?
very warm.
Jess can roll because she wants to.
Oh,
They're pretty damn hot. Literally, you can see like flames like kind of like bouncing off them a bit. But yeah, if you're into like serpents or whatever, they're kind of cute.
Okay. I consider turning into a naga.
Yeah, you would know that they are. Do they have a mind? Let's check. Oh, they do. They are intelligent undead. They can speak.
Mm-hmm.
Although they do not seem to be wanting to interact with you guys while you're up there. They seem to be ignoring you for now. They seem very wanting to protect this entrance here.
Okay.
And there's also this, again, still a thrashing serpent creature that's like thrashing around looking for people.
So, just to make this interesting, I'm gonna ask a bit more esoteric questions, if that's okay.
Sure.
Mainly to the party, if that's okay.
Yeah, but while you're starting to ask these questions, the Mountain, are you just like trying to pry apart this mesh?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to a spot and select how if we're gonna open the spot, but we could go down and.
Yeah, sure. Give me a single strength check while Leyland starts to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like it's like not coming apart, but you can tell it's like. It seems it's like glowing a bit. It seems like it's some sort of magical thing that's like keeping them interlocked.
Can I just like take my time? Well, no, I guess not. I guess
you can.
This is
you can declare that, and then while Leyland starts speaking, I'll just keep track of how long you're trying to just.
So the first.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like focus on trying like making a big enough space for where potentially I could fit them.
The first questions I'm gonna ask about these creatures is, what is like their usual motivation or drive? Like, what
their main
these creatures exist for? Or
they exist to toil a forge. They're meant to craft weapons and armor. They they were once salamanders that worked forges, and then they eventually died, I guess. And these specific creatures, you would know that they probably have spent centuries in seclusion, just crafting weapons and at the behest of whoever their master is.
Okay. Then the second question would be, I'm assuming they have special defenses and abilities.
Yes.
I'm not going to ask about them specifically, but I am going to ask like a general question of, are they, would you consider them way more of a threat in melee or at range? I would assume in melee, but...
Yeah, at your guys' level, I wouldn't say that they are even a threat to you. I would just say they're more annoying to fight in melee.
Love that. Okay. I rest my case, Your Honor.
But yeah, I guess you were like maybe sharing those general things with the party as the mountain is just in the corner. Just, he's making progress. It's like slowly piercing apart. It's been probably like I would imagine a few minutes of speaking.
You got this, champ.
Anyone else want to do anything while you watch the mountain just slowly prying apart this magical mesh?
A few minutes. That take 20? Oh, well, I guess that doesn't matter. Because I'm just making progress steadily.
You know, I think about how cool it would be to have a Pokeball and capture these forge creatures.
It's a
I
craft
do
for
not
you.
have one, and it makes me very sad. Other than that, I'm taking a look at all my buffs and unchecking the ones that are gone. Gone.
So, because we leveled up, how are we handling like new spells and stuff that we've...
By raw, you're not supposed to have any of that, but it's fine. We're here to have fun. Everyone has their new stuff. It's fine.
Okay.
We'll just say like there was this like, you guys are in like a heroic quest, and like you've just been like bestowed with these things that you've been working on. You have breakthroughs on these things, and you guys know how to do your new stuff after that last fight.
I now finally have my favorite ability again. Or rather, the ability that I thought was the coolest thing that I could do with Gregory. As like a low level shield bash guy. I now have a similar but way stronger ability as Leyland. I like to call it favorite enemy that guy.
Nice. But just to be clear, everyone should have their expended resources still. You should not have recovered.
Yes.
Or be at like full spells or whatever you used. Everything should be expended. Still.
Yeah. So I did not prepare any new spells.
That's
or
fine.
anything, right? It's just expended stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
all
so
good.
If no one has anything to say, you're just kind of waiting for the mountain to break open this mesh, which he's making progress.
I think I do like lean over the mountain down at these creatures and I start waving. It's like, hi.
Do any of you speak where is their stupid language? Ignian? I-G-N-A-N?
No, I don't speak
No.
fire.
Yeah, do you don't speak fire?
Is it actually called Ignan?
Ignan. Yeah. So.
No, I speak Infernal, sadly.
Alright, they
I
will
don't
say
speak
something in like some fiery tongue, but if you don't respond in that, they will switch to common. And one of them will say, "Why do you seek coming in here? Who are you?"
Hi, we're the people that just killed all the others around
We
here.
saw. You are formidable, but this place is sacred. Leave here and continue on what you will. Our job is just to
Okay.
protect this area.
Well, why is it sacred?
We are tasked with protecting this area. We've forged countless weapons for the Void. There are also untold treasures inside here, not meant for mortals.
That's so cool. I'm just...
You just said the magic words.
These treasures are not useful to you all. They are for dragons only. You will find no
Are they
use.
dragon-sized?
No, they are meant to further things.
They're guarding dragon eggs, guys.
Yeah, no, I did get that, but okay, so y'all are like forge guys, right?
Yes.
So there's a project that I've been thinking of doing, and I'm not sure if you guys would be helpful in that.
We are bound to this area by the Void.
Okay.
What if the Void's
So,
dead?
like,
If the Void should die, then we would be unbound.
okay.
Do you want to be unbound, or do you like being bound? What are
people
you
are into
into?
that.
We have no feelings on this matter. We just do as we are made to do. Be it for the Void or be it for you. Our existence is to forge and protect.
That is pretty dank. So I will inform you that once he gets through that grate, we're probably coming in there. I'm just gonna warn you, right? Not that you get too mad when we possibly start beating you up.
I don't want to kill these guys. They're kind of cool.
I know they're kind of cool. We could just like...
Will you leave us alone if you don't approach it at all?
I think Leyland wants to approach the door.
Our exact orders are to defend this from would-be harm. If you could somehow prove to us that you mean the contents inside this place no harm, we can let you in.
I just want to eat that, and I point to the shadows.
We don't care about that.
I don't really have anything against baby dragons. Or should I say
Personally-
unborn baby dragons?
Yeah.
Same.
If there's stuff that I really want, I might honestly take it. But personally, not much plan on be a dragon baby mama yet. So
Yeah, and
Meh.
the mountain's like halfway through breaking this open, and you can, like, as you're like looking down there more, you can see that there is like a forge. There's like a light coming from this big area, and he'll kind of just raise a hand and point to it and say, "Promise at altar that no harm will befell any eggs inside, and we will allow you in. However, there are several traps made by Void and creatures in there made to defend. We will not be able to stop that.
okay, I mean that sounds good.
We also cannot stop that," as it points to the thrashing serpent that's just like...
Don't worry about that one.
But yeah,
I know,
at this point, the
it
mountain...
seems a little dumb.
Yeah, the mountain just... He just, like, breaks the magic that we're severing these, and the mesh just kind of crinkles back, and there's now a hole that all of you could jump down into.
So, what is the drop looking like, John?
The drop is probably like 15 feet. Wait, well, let me double check the size of this creature, because if maybe it's 20 feet. This creature that's thrashing around. You can also make a knowledge check on it if you want it. Oh,
You know, I would love to.
I have to double check. This is bigger than I thought.
This thing's as large as the building. What the fuck?
No, it's not that big, but it's just bigger than... Okay, the drop would be 40 feet down. And this creature that's thrashing around is gargantuan, so it's 20 feet by 20 feet area.
I'm gonna
thrashing
float down gently first.
Well, yeah, before you guys go in, maybe you want to plan, because once you're in range
do you
of
have
this
the
creature...
enlarge spell?
No.
Oh, damn it. Oh, well. Felix, do you have an enlarge spell by any chance of that bag of bullshit?
Pretty sure not.
I do, but why do you want it?
Well, in case this thing tries to eat me.
Well, I'll enlarge you then.
I feel like it'll be too late.
No, you'll be fine.
Okay, sure.
I'm
No,
just gonna knowledge check real quick and check how hard it can eat him. It's the only question I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, I'm just going to bring you guys to another map so we can accurately place ourselves and decide where you guys are jumping down and stuff like that. Add to here, I think everyone's here. Let's activate.
Land. I mean, I know you guys aren't like in the like middle, like the prime tornado area. You're kind of like, it's a little bit more rare where you are, or like less common. But we had a storm up here where they're like maybe could make a tornado, and I was just like,
Well,
nothing
to be fair,
happened.
any chance above 0 is too much.
True. All right, what are we waiting on?
My OBS to load in my camera screen.
Okay, that's fine. I was just making
but
sure.
whatever,
you
it's fine. We can like keep going. So yeah, are you all on the map? I don't know if it brought you all here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna say the hole is generally where you already are, and this thing is just thrashing around in like a different direction.
Can I knowledge check?
Yes.
To ask the one question of how hard can it eat the mountain?
This thing is Knowledge Arcana.
My favorite.
Okay, finally those things loaded, so let me just fix the screen here. Get the thing open.
I will say this now. I will be eating the Shadow Heart. I might fucking die.
Oh
It is
boy.
what it is.
Okay. Oh yeah. Do we even need to ask for knowledge checks anymore?
Well, yeah.
You know this thing is a hunting horror. How big, how well can it eat the mountain? It does have swallow whole ability.
Yeah.
I have to remember how that works. I think it can eat him as long as he's a one size smaller.
So it can still eat you if you're enlarged. Get fucked.
Cool.
I think. Let me double check. I always forget how.
I forget
slow-
it might just be harder to do it. I forget also.
Yeah.
Well, because it's usually some sort of a like grapple ability, right? So and grapple skills.
Yeah, if a creature with this special attack begins its turn with the opponent grappled in its mouth, it can attempt a new combat maneuver. It's similar to like pin. If it succeeds, it swallows its prey, and the opponent takes bite damage. Unless otherwise known, the opponent must be at least one size category smaller than the swallowing creature. Being swallowed, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, unlikely to happen because your CMD is probably like 1 billion, so I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, it's...
You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but it has to succeed on grappling
if you
him
get
first, and then, yeah.
And if you get swallowed, you can heroically cut yourself out of the stomach
But what?
with your hand.
Right, Felix, right. Yeah.
I would do that.
Punch your way out of its pooper.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'll take me a while to get there.
I have loosened its sphincter and escaped through that.
I'm a turd. I'm a living turd.
Oh my god.
They always called me a piece of shit, and now look at me.
Both of you come and give me a hug then.
I guess the only other thing that would be relevant to know is it, or you can just tell people if you want, but it has it's very magical, and it can like manipulate magic in a special way.
I love that. So probably don't cast spells on it.
Yeah.
All
Well,
magic or just like spells specifically? Like supernatural?
no, supernatural should be fine. It's spell-like abilities and spells that impact it.
Okay.
Cool. Love that.
So, you were going to Whirlwind or something, Felix, to allow to get down easier?
Well, hold on. Sorry, there's another important ability that may care for other people. That's like kind of important. If you get constricted by its thing after being struck by its tail, you have to make a pretty high fort save or you fall unconscious for D4 rounds. So it's almost like a save or almost die for anyone but the mountain, maybe, or I don't know what everyone's fort saves are, but it's a high one.
Save or die a little ooh.
Little ooh. Little get knocked out for a few rounds.
Is it a poison thing?
No, it's just like a fort save on, like, because it's like it constricts you with its tail, so it's like knocking you out.
Thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a thing constricting also is also a grapple check with the tail, right?
Yes. So it's when it hits you with the tail, it makes a grapple check, and if it succeeds, it'll get constrict damage, and then that's when you make the fort save or you fall unconscious.
I think this is gonna be cool, guys. Trust.
Okay.
Okay. And as to how I get the people down, technically it's not exactly how the ability works. But being an air elemental gives me the ability to use the whirlwind ability.
I mean, all you have to do is the mountain, because
exactly.
Megumi has her carpet, and I'm still flying, technically.
Yep. And...
Also, don't mind just dropping the fucking feet.
I just want to push him. Go, boy! I'm tired of waiting.
Technically, the whirlwind is supposed to be like an attack that I can do if I'm in a creature's square and I like toss them around with a whirlwind. But I think you could also use it less destructively and create like a gentler whirlwind that braces someone's fall.
I don't know. I think you should toss him around a little bit and then like let him be on the ground. Joggle his brain a little bit, make him really sure if he wants to eat this heart.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but if you guys start to come down this hole, this creature will be like aware you're doing that and go start to fuck with you.
Yep, let's go. Let's fight it.
All right, so what's happening? How is everyone getting through this hole? Who's going first? Who's going second?
So I'm going first with like essentially carrying the mountain down, I believe.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty much going at the same time, but I'm not going all the way down. I'm flying, so I'm gonna like descend but stay in the air. I'm not touching the ground.
Same. I'm on my carpet, so I'm basically doing this.
All right, so the hole's big enough for like the mountain and like one person to kind of come with him, and then the next two will be Leyland or.
Okay, so yeah, it'll probably be like Leyland in the mountain, and then me and Megumi like coming down right behind them.
All right.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna stay like 30 feet in the air.
Then we roll. As you guys start to breach this area, this creature will pay attention to you.
I guess I'll just move here so I'm in front of Leyland, because she's
top
carrying me down.
There you go.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
I think that works.
I don't remember what song this is. Is this epic?
Holy cow, I actually rolled well. Wow.
Let's roll something good here. Oh, nice. Exactly what I wanted.
Alright, you guys are breaching this thing. That's what starts the combat. So you're 40 feet in the air.
Okay.
And it's got initiative on you guys, so it'll go first.
Yay.
Oh boy.
Oh, word kill.
This is why I want to do this combat, because it's actually pretty strong. Aw, nice. Can't do that though.
Oh.
Lame.
That is sad. I wanted
So the jump.
second here because this is like important. It picks a good thing here. It just kind of saw you guys fight, so it has an idea of what you guys do.
I mean, it has no idea what the fuck I do. It hasn't seen me fight.
True. Oh, I was like, what the fuck? Oh, I can actually use, or attempt to use, Felix's tool here to help me do this.
Let's go.
Where did I put this? Resources? I did.
Let me actually give you the other link, because the
Oh, yeah.
other link is always going to be the updated one. This one only gets like when I do proper releases, and this one is like the always.
Does dude have
updated.
like shadow conjuration magic?
No. Alright, so I can
Healing.
filter here for this. And this. Cool. What does it want to do here? What does it want to do here? Huh. No, that'd be... Alright, something simple that I think is just pretty good. I don't want to sit here doing this all day. It will cast a spell. You guys can spellcraft it if you want. I'm going to turn down this music a little bit.
I believe I succeed.
Yes. It is casting a limited wish. So I guess you don't know what it turns into, but it just starts to crackle this lightning around after it finishes the wish, and this lightning just strikes through to the mountain and chains off of everyone. And I need reflex saves. Well, let's read this properly. It strikes one initially, then arcs to the other targets, is casting chain lightning.
Chain lightning, ooh, chain lightning.
So yeah, let's just start in order. So it strikes the mountain first, so give me a reflex save. For half, I guess. What's his DC? Yes. So you will take half of... What's his caster level? Caster level... Does he have a higher caster level? No. Okay. So you'll take half of this. And it will arc to Leyland, I guess, is next to you.
Reflex save, you said?
The secondary bolt. Each strike one target. Yeah, is there any effect? Oh, you get a lower DC for every person is the only advantage. So yeah, you can make a DC and it's going to be the same damage for half, or...
How long, like,
Oh, yeah.
far can it arc, I guess?
It just goes right through me. It does nothing to me.
They must all be within 30 feet, which I think you guys are, right? I think you guys all said you're right after one another.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay.
All right, so I think
Go
you have
ahead.
evasion, so that just misses, goes through Leyland or something.
Exactly.
Who's next? Megumi or whoever's next can just make their save, and I'll roll the damage.
Go for it, Megumi.
All right, I'm going to also be using my cat's luck racial trait.
Okay. Take it twice. Okay, advantage for reflex, being a kitty cat.
Probably a good
Oh,
choice.
succeeds.
Ooh.
Good choice. Great
Take
choice.
half of that. And then lastly, Atahia, which will pass. Take half of that.
I take none.
All right.
Also got evasion.
This lightning goes out. Mountain.
I do nothing, because I currently cannot move even. Because I don't... So we're currently 40 feet in the air, right, Felix?
No. You're like on the ground.
Are we all landed?
No,
on this
breaching the thing is what starts the combat. So whenever you start to do your thing is when combat has started.
Just delay
Okay.
until after. Okay.
Delaying until when? After Leyland?
one? Yes.
Alright. 16.12.
Oh god, I have to figure out what I can do. Shit.
Yeah, you can see him.
Oh,
What's up, Jess?
I was gonna say, what was the other dragon's elemental type that we did the protect? Was it Sonic
Cold.
that we did? Cold.
Oh.
Okay.
Cold, yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys should remember that because that's probably still on, right?
Yeah.
These.
Alright, what is that
So-
up to?
What was the creature type here?
Looks like
A magical beast.
snake.
And where to find
Specifically.
it?
Well, I don't know if that's helpful for your question or.
I think so. Mostly just trying to know what it is so I know if it's immune to anything
Yeah, it's like
specifically.
for mechanical purposes, it's called a magical beast, but visually, it's a vast draconic serpent with leathery wings that don't appear strong enough to allow the creature to fly. It's got
Nice.
little baby wings.
He's just jelly that we can fly and
True.
he can't.
You guys are
I
literally
think so.
flying.
That's the only reason why it attacked us.
Okay.
Instead of fighting it, why don't we see if it wants my little carpet and
Oh my
We've turned over a new leaf. We're making friends with the monster.
Okay, I'm using. I think this is fine. I'm gonna use my abrupt Texas rod. I'm pretty sure last combat. Let me double check here. I used one use of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, Saver dies coming,
Yeah,
isn't
and
it?
it's a maybe slightly, maybe. Okay, abrupt hexes, swift action, evil eye, versus saves.
That's the fuck. Is that the right will save?
Yeah.
Well, it fails.
All right, so it has its saves reduced by 4
Okay.
for long ass time. And then standard action. I will. Oh, I hit the wrong version.
Agony.
Give it some agony.
Failure. What happens?
Fuck.
It's nauseated.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh god, that's like you can't do anything, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
it's
but it
fun.
gets a new save each round to
Okay.
end the effect.
All right.
But yeah,
Probably gonna be GG, but we'll just.
nauseated for a number of rounds equal to the witch's level. So nauseated for
Forever.
15 rounds unless it
Nice save.
saves.
Gotcha. Leyland.
All right. My movement's gonna be taking the mountain down.
Yeah.
Down to the ground,
Yeah, you guys are on the ground.
and I do see that it's not nauseated, but just in case, since it seemed to be casting some powerful ass spells,
Mm-hmm.
I will ready a counter spell.
Ooh. Okay. Mountain. This thing is like, it was looking fearsome and menacing, and now it's just like, it's like puking over itself and feeling nauseous.
He's a barfy boy.
No, nothing gonna. At least not now. John, what is this thing's alignment?
Evil. Chaotic evil.
Why did I not write down what this was against, and I just wrote what the fuck its name is? God damn it. Because we got resistance against lawful, against chaotic. Magical weapon. This one is.
Oh yeah, I guess it's important to note with your weapon, it normally is not ablaze in flame, but when you're engaged in active combat, it'll burst into flame.
Yeah. Deals extra damage against chaotic creatures. So I will turn on Axiomatic. So if it has DR that's against lawful, I will bypass this.
Mm-hmm. Smack. Does that have resistance to any? Oh no, none of those resistances. Okay. You smack it. Anything else?
I should have moved a bit more, but fuck that. Didn't do
Alright. Magumi.
Take 5.
Oh.
Oh, well, you can. You
All
still
right.
got a standard. Or a
Yeah, I
move.
do. Hang on. All right, I am going to channel energy.
It was 40 feet drop, right? So I should enrich this.
Okay, well, I will, I'm channeling a ray specifically targeting the mountain.
Alright.
What's the range in the ray?
30 feet.
Oh, that also then won't hit me. If it's only 30 feet.
That's what it
Well,
says in the
if-
thing. I don't know if it does that. You can double check.
Because of the whole thing that it's a
Channel
40-foot drop.
ray.
No, it's 30 feet per channel energy die.
Oh,
Yeah, so get fucked.
Jesus, okay.
very cool.
Well, yeah, I'll heal to full.
I'm also choosing to do this with the channel.
Oh.
It's a laser beam of healing.
When channeling
And protection.
with protection from evil. Very cool.
And that'll be my turn.
This creature, it's at the beginning of its turn or at the end of its turn it has to make the save.
I think at the end of its turn.
Okay. What was it? Fort save?
Yes.
This
AC
is-
28, and it has a -4 right now.
Yeah, I'll just put in the -4 as a situational bonus. Oh, almost an.
Oh,
That's a pass.
damn.
All right, no more.
That is a pass.
Let's go.
It is not puking, but it used its turn to stop puking.
Yep. All right, you guys see it.
You can take the buff off of it now.
Yeah. You guys can tell it's
Damn,
done puking
well-
and looking at you guys. Ah.
At least I took it out for a round.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, sorry, it's back to my turn. I didn't
Oh,
realize
yeah.
it.
Sorry, I thought you were thinking.
No,
I'm
did
just
not.
enjoying the fact that at least, oh no, these are the Forge Elementals.
Yeah, they're friendly.
I thought they were something else.
Although they're not forged elementals,
Well, I use the fire elemental because they're all fiery, but yeah, those are the Forge Masters.
Yeah. They're cute salamanders.
True.
Okay, I'm just gonna toss another regular standard action Evil Eye at it, this time targeting its attack rolls.
Okay. Needs to make a will save. Will save with the -4. Or is it -8? -4.
-4.
8th level, the penalty increases to -4.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't go further than that.
Jesus,
I don't believe.
could you imagine?
Okay, so its attack rolls are fucked
All
for
right.
ever too.
Leyland.
Well, I will speak to my the magic power that is innate and draw some of it out and infuse it into my weapon. And essentially use my favorite enemy, that guy ability. It is going to be a hunting horror bane longbow,
Oh shit.
or whatever the fuck bane I would need.
Yeah.
Yeah, just it will be magical beast.
Sure. I like to be more specific than that though, because I think it feels personal.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nothing personnel.
Sure. Let's take the buff. And
Oh, on its turn, you'll see some of its wounds will heal up.
love that for me.
Okay. Can I do... You said it's religion or planes for this thing?
Pain.
Yeah, you can
This was
do
Arcana.
Arcana. This one's Arcana.
Oh, Arcana. 41. I'd like to know,
It has
What
the
it's-
fast healing ability. You cannot stop it unless you kill it.
okay, so there's nothing that,
Nope.
Okay.
Sure.
Unless you have something that
that.
just
That
stops
sounds-
healing in general or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But it's not like, like trolls where
Yeah.
it's like fire.
It's not like a
type thing.
rejuvenation effect or whatever they have.
That's all I wanted to know.
It's the
Yes,
same
what
with
would there-
the
Let's
Be something to
let's try
stop
this. Let's do
it.
some spell combat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna roll the thing. A lot
do
of
some
attacks are gonna
cocaine
come
first?
out.
You can do some cocaine
Oh
first.
yeah, it does have spell resistance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm,
and
that's
potentially
very
some other
likely.
things too, considering
You know, just one more nose isn't gonna hurt. And that, I cannot use that ability because I used my swift action this turn already to buff my bow, so I'm just gonna do this. Do it there, -2. And yeah. The attack that says haste is gonna be my spell combat.
Okay.
Cool.
I think that hits. But haste at least.
Yeah. Let's
Aw,
one
damn
at a
it.
time here. What? Is something wrong?
The bane didn't work correctly.
All right. Well, if you can total the total from the bane, I'll just do whatever's presented to me right now, and then tell me how much extra you should take.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
Okay.
Where's the other 2d6 coming from, Felix?
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Jesus.
Wait, is it in there?
Yeah, but it's at the end, piercing, 2d6.
Oh yeah, no, it is. Never mind.
Okay,
that
I was
is
like,
bane.
this is a
okay,
lot of
bane did
fucking
work
damage.
correctly. My bad. Sorry, I was just confused because it doesn't proof them correctly.
Oh my
Cool.
god, you're gonna
Alright.
fucking one-shot this thing.
Uh,
Yeah, so
don't-
everything...
I've-
What's up? Yeah,
Should it be enhancement bonus +7?
It should, yes.
Doesn't Bane only allow to 5? Doesn't it specifically specify that?
I don't think it does. Yeah, it is +2 better than its actual bonus.
Oh, no, sure.
Bane
Alright.
allows you to go higher than +5.
And what's the spell that's happening here?
Well, it's a bit spicy. So
no.
before anything happens, I would like to just do the cast roll check if there is one.
Yes, there. If it has spell resistance, you need to overcome its.
Jeez, you get stiff attacks.
37.
Yep.
Good. I like that. Now. How do you like radiation poisoning?
Not much.
It will take 1d6 points of damage per caster level up to a maximum of 20d6. So I'm gonna roll that. You know what? I'm just gonna click the spell. It doesn't matter. Why am I trying to be cute?
Why can a druid cast Finger of Death, but a witch can't?
True.
Yeah,
Fuck
there's
you.
no attack roll because it already hit.
Yeah.
just
68
weird.
untyped damage because it is radiation damage.
Radiation.
And it needs to make a fortitude save.
Does fortitude reduce the
At a
damage? Because it
-4.
won't matter to be sickened or not. It's going to kill it if it succeeds.
No, it doesn't reduce the damage.
No, it
it's
doesn't
just to
reduce
see if
damage.
you get the second
Alright.
gen.
Oh.
As it
Well-
perishes, you'll see that your cosmic ray that the arrow kind of hit it with gets absorbed into the creature, and then as it's like dying, it spits out of its mouth the ray back at you. And I need you to make a fort save or do your
Let's
stuff
roll.
against it.
Hey, it has an attack roll, right?
Uh,
Yeah, because
It
it's a
does.
ray.
It is
Sure.
It is a ranged touch attack.
yeah.
Okay, let me just 2 seconds, Felix.
Can you slice a magical ray out of the air?
Yes, I think you can.
Natural 20
Unless it is different, I need to make sure.
and 22 crit confirmation.
Concord, touch turn by spell.
Well, currently my touch AC is still
Smash from
43,
air. You can
'cause
cut
that spell is still
Telra,
active.
and range attacks generated by spell effects.
All right. Well, how's this work? Do you have to beat the attack because the attack auto succeeds? So can you beat it in nat 20?
I just need to roll higher.
Oh,
Technically, yeah, but
all right.
feels
All right. You slice
feels
the
a little
cosmic
cringe
ray in
that you
half.
can block a nat 20
The
without
sword.
a nat 20.
Yeah. Can you confirm that you can just have to roll higher?
I believe so.
I can post the other one where it comes from, which is cut from air. Nail concentration to you.
Yeah, greater than the attack roll total of the ranged attack. The attack is deflected.
All right.
Yep.
This weapon
Wow.
absorbs the ray.
Cringe. I was gonna be radioactive.
Radioactive, and the combat ends.
That's a good measure. Just go on pommel his head, just so, you know, because we
Wait,
saw
hold
it reach.
on. Hold
Are
on.
you?
This does say ranged attacks generated by spell effects cannot be deflected.
If it has no
Yeah,
attack
yeah.
roll, I think it says.
No.
Yeah, spell effects that do not require attack rolls cannot be deflected.
Is
No,
anyone
it's
down by
two
more than
abilities,
5?
right?
Yeah,
Cut
oh yeah.
from the air. Cut from the air is the original ability, and then there's a feat that's on top of that that allows him to do it for spell attack rolls.
Okay.
Which is smash from there, the first one that I
Yeah.
posted.
Oh, there, I didn't see that one.
No problem.
Is anyone down more than 5?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to heal myself then.
I'm gonna go to the Shadow Dragon.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
as you walk over there, it's like don't get too close to the snake. It might still be bad for your
I will
health if you're
pommel
close.
the snake's head in, completely smashing whatever brain
No.
melt.
I'm telling you, it might be bad for your health if you get too close. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I will walk around the snake corpse.
Technically, there was a slumbering wizard down here
Yeah.
that I am going to go
Died in a nightmare.
cradle its head and turn it into a book.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh my god, can you do that to me once I'm dead?
Well, I don't have any
I
lore
can't
for
do
this
that
wizard,
if
so
you're
unless you
dead.
want me to, like, you want to know anything specific, you can let me know, but there's nothing special
That's
about
okay.
this wizard.
That's okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to turn it into a book, but that's okay. There was nothing that specifically I was like thinking I wanted from it. If I think of something that I want from it, then I'll tell you the question I would ask, and you can figure out if it would
Sure.
or not.
Yeah.
Or actually, I probably am going to want to read this book and see if there's anything interesting, but it would be like I will randomly, and this will be like later, not right this second, right? I'll probably like randomly flip through pages, so later on you can think about what random shit I will learn about it. But yeah, to answer your question, Leyland, you actually have to be alive. But if you consent, I can like temporarily resurrect you and then put you in a book.
Oh, that seems really cool.
You ready, John?
All right. So yeah, you killed this creature. Mountain's walking over to that void body.
I will pull out my dragon tooth knife.
I'm gonna go sit next to these. I want to sit with these Forge Master dudes and just like talk to him. Be like, he's about to do some fucked up shit. So we'll see. We'll see.
I'm gonna talk to them too. Oh wait, I'll ask them if I can like say a prayer or blessing over the eggs or something.
Well, we can't go in there yet because it's gonna be like stuff to fight and shit.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, they say you can do that if you get to them, as long as it doesn't harm them, as I said. But yeah, Mountain, you're above the body.
I will hold this heart in my hand. Do a small prayer to, Nafar, which is Tensalan Pelosus. Keep me safe.
I ask the Forge Master if his
John, do not tell me the
burns.
result. I'm rolling this blind on fucking purpose. If I am dead, tell me fucking nothing.
Oh my god.
And I will devour this heart.
What were you saying, Whitney?
Oh, I just said I asked the Forge Master if his skin burns if I touch it.
Does it burn if you touch it? That's a good question. Oh, I closed their stat block because I thought you guys weren't fighting them.
That's okay.
Oh no, yeah. If you get close to it, you'll take fire damage.
Oh shit!
So you can like step close, and then you're like, oh, and then you can like walk back. Yeah.
You're like, oh.
It's within 5 feet, so if you back up like a bit,
you're cozy, bro. You're cozy.
So Mountain, he bites into this heart, and as you
gonna devour the entire thing. Just not the same, but I'm just gonna eat the entire fucking heart.
Yeah, you swallow it, and we'll take your save from last time, and you take the damage. I think you already healed it. Whatever. You take that damage, and then we'll just say that healing happened after, and then you save, and then you're like, ugh, and then you're like you're stomaching it, and you start to feel nauseous, and you just like you feel like you need to just like vomit. So you just like look around, and then you find like a good spot. You just like, and you just like projectile vomit like a lot, and the heart that you just ate just like kind of gets like spit out from the vomit. And as you're vomiting, you feel yourself. You have the breath weapon, right, from the other dragon.
Yep. I have the acid breath weapon.
Yeah, so your stomach acid starts to turn into like you feel like your draconic ability is activating, and you're spitting out like it starts to turn into like the breath weapon on the floor, and you're like you can't control it, and your belly just starts to like exhume this like thing, and similar to like when the dragons do their breath weapon, their belly like lights up the color of their element, and you guys can see the mountains like. Well, I don't know if he's like fully armored or whatever, but you can see like wherever parts of his stomach would be shown, it starts to like glow this greeny glow from the acid, and then it starts to like drain its color as he starts to like expel out this acid, burning the ground, and eventually it like stops burning the ground, and he's like done barfing, and you're just like you kind of maybe collapse on the ground a bit, but then you like pull yourself up, and then where you've barfed here is just like cratered out, maybe like a 10-foot hole of acid that you've burnt out.
Okay.
Bro.
good?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't think this is a thing you should be doing anymore.
Well, I definitely ain't gonna touch the deceased one.
I don't know. I think it could be pretty entertaining.
Well, anyway, so guys, this is your cool forge, right?
They just like look over the mountain. You look sickly now. You kind of like the life, not the life has been drained, but like you're like a little paler. Like you've just barfed out a lot of your stomach, and yeah, you just look like you feel fine. Like you can go fight, no penalties or anything. But you look like you just looks like you've had food poisoning. They as you're like saying that, they just like kind of point to him and say, "Is he gonna be okay?"
No idea.
Only time will tell.
But yes, as we said, to enter here you must make promise at altar.
What altar?
They point towards the forge. It's maybe like 30 feet away.
Do you worship a specific god?
We
Forge.
yeah, we only give prayer to metal and steel and forging.
Oh, okay. Well, I will swear.
Have you considered giving prayer to the ethereal?
No.
Maybe you should.
Why?
I feel like they would be more like tinsel people.
No. Everyone should give prayer to the ethereal.
Noted. So, right. So as part of promising at the altar and paying my respects and everything, you think I could respectfully use the altar? Because I feel like that's the best way to honor a forge is to, use it.
You mean to forge something?
Something like that, yeah.
Sure.
Does that mean we're hanging out here for a while?
Oh, it's not gonna take long at all. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I mean, I never know with your little projects how long it's gonna take, so.
Yep. Yeah. And I will do my own bullshit thing on the side, since Mountain did his bullshit thing. And I'll start off by reaching into the...
Well, hold on. Are you all going to the forge now, or what are you doing? What is everyone doing?
Yes, I would like to.
Alright, so Leyland starts making their way over. Is everyone else going as well?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm interested to see what Leyland's up to.
Sure. Well, everyone's supposed to make a promise at the forge, so I just didn't know if you were doing that now or you're waiting or something. Just want to make sure everyone's where they are. Alright. Then I'm just going to quickly change some music.
No need to worry, guys.
Live and eats us all.
Oops,
That's
the
a
wrong
trap.
music. That is wrong music. This is music. As you guys approach the forge, you'll notice it's crafted out of this nice, strange obsidian or something. It looks nice, but it's in these weird scale, like scales, like to balance things. It's like made out of that kind of form, and so that's like the main like part of it. And then there's like these two weights to balance things on it, and then there's like a path down that like is like this magma that like used to melt metal down and stuff like this. And then there's other apparatuses aside to complete the forge and the wind and all that stuff. That's all onto the side, but the main part, the melt of metal, it's like this like scale part, and it's clearly some sort of formation to Arfin. That anyone that has basic religion can tell. Probably Megumi just remarks that. And yeah, the steam from the magma is not too hot to bear, but it's like you wouldn't put your finger in it, but you guys can approach it and just notice its structure. And you can tell me what you do.
Well,
No one bark like a dog.
You know, it's taking all my willpower not to do it now.
Shake my head at them, and I'll just like get mine over with real fast
Yeah.
before
Everyone
Leyland
go
gets
first.
into her shenanigans. Yeah, I'll go to the forge and just be like, I vow to the ethereal because that's the only deity that I give prayer to, that I mean no harm to these dragon eggs. And will do no harm to these dragon eggs.
I think you gave me a tattoo of this, that's why.
Is that sufficient for you two?
They're kind of far away, so you're like 30 feet away. So you're just like calling out to them. Like, is that fine for you guys? They probably wouldn't hear unless you're like shouting your vow.
Oh,
or
well, if
whatever.
they're not even.
They're not watching.
hearing,
They're just
like...
watching you guys walk over and just watching. They're
Okay, well then I won't say that. I'll just be like, all right.
I'll approach. I will swear an oath not to harm any eggs. And I will specifically say this to all the gods, basically.
Okay.
I will approach. I will specifically
And-
actually walk onto him.
Oh, I'm sorry. There was one other thing.
Yep.
I also want to take a gold coin and put it in the scale.
On the left or right scale.
Is there one that's
Right
out
now
of
they're
balance,
balanced. Right now they're balanced.
They're balanced.
Yeah, nothing's in them.
I'll do the.
You better put one on both.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna put
Don't
one on
fuck
both.
up the balance.
Yeah, you put one on one.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Yeah, as you put one on, you don't even notice if it moves it or not. It's like a light coin. But you put one on each. They don't visibly move or anything.
Yeah, it's okay. It's an offering.
Yep. And then Christian, what were you saying?
I will walk up. I will actually walk on the lava because I don't care.
Do you really have resistance against lava? Oh, these things. And then how much mag? Oh, it just literally has a line that says. Nice. Okay, you walk over the lava.
Yep, I just stand there. And I will. I promise I will hurt nothing that means me no harm.
All right.
Unless the X fucking start attacking me, I won't harm them.
Okay.
Angel, be careful where you step.
Dude, he's just like full dragon now or something. Whatever. Just let him do what he's gonna do.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
That's everyone's. Yeah, everyone backs up a bit, and then Leyland, you have the forge to yourself.
Yeah. Well, I just say that Egg's got nothing to fear from me. We're all good here. But let's do a little bonus prayer, shall we? And Leyland starts off by casting a spell. It is a familiar spell, the spell that she normally uses to turn herself into an air elemental. Only this time around, she bursts into flame as she turns into a fire elemental instead. We got extra spicy Leyland. And Leyland takes out a thing from the bag of holding, which first, she's just pulling something out, but then you realize it is the 9 life stealer from before. And she takes out a small silver hammer that she has, and she starts plunging the 9 life stealer in to heat it up. It's like a super powerful magic item, so I'm not assuming this destroys it. I'm just assuming it like heats it up, makes it glow.
Yep.
Like she pounds into it with some with the small silver hammer as she speaks some magic words, and I would assume that the runes on it, they start glowing, and she hammers it. She hammers the spell, and then at some point at the height of this, Leyland would like to try and steal these magical runes off of the 9 Lifestealer to capture its magic, or at least the essence of its magic, some power therein, and take this.
Are you gonna make a 9 Lifestealer bow?
It's not gonna be a 9 Lifestealer bow, but take these runes and supplant them onto her bonded object, her bow.
Yeah, you definitely can melt down the sword while you're hammering it. It starts to be malleable, and the magic from the magma kind of makes these red glowing runes on the blade that you kind of like grab with the spell and move over to the bow, and this magma is just kind of kind of almost like not exploding, but it's like popping, and there's like little blasts of magma that aren't hitting you. They're like avoiding you, but it's like clearly some sort of like magic explosions are happening here, and with a snap, crackle, and pop, you're transferring the magic from the blade to your bow. These runes get like burned into the wood, and yeah, you've magically transferred some sort of property from the weapon to your bow. Nice. The sword becomes innate in magic and kind of just like drains from the magic.
It like melts down.
Yeah. It becomes a regular blade, and then while it's sitting in the magma, it just starts to become metal.
Yeah. One final goodbye to the forge as I take a step back and turn the fire off. Become normal Leyland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's that. It's like, worked super well, guys.
Yeah, you guys were standing back a bit and watching this, and there were some like magic. There was magic happening. There was like flares of the magic being expelled from the blade and all that. As visually, you could see that. And yeah, after the Forge Masters kind of stand aside and let you continue if you want to walk in here. They again will remind you there are more dangers inside, be careful, etc., etc. And they'll stand aside. Okay. Allow you to walk inside.
Thank you.
You will notice there is this statue. It's a feminine statue. The arms, there are no arms on it. It's one of those like statues without arms, and it's just kind of giving this pose. It's draped in this like cloak. It's a very feminine figure, clearly. No expression or anything to note particularly on the face. And you guys can walk inside if you want.
Sure.
I will just double check with them with the two. Is it okay if I say a prayer for the eggs to the gods?
Yes, as long as it will not harm them, you may do as you see fit.
I will just sort of pray for the little dragons and.
Well, you don't see any eggs yet. It's like when you look inside, you just see it's just like a stone hallway with like some stairs going down. There are no eggs in sight yet. You can just say a prayer for eggs if you want here, but if you want to physically see them, you do not see them yet.
No, I would wait till I see them.
Let us move on.
All right, you guys all.
Don't mind me. I'm not getting influenced by the evil magic of the sword.
But yeah, as you get to the stairs, you can clearly tell, or at least Mountain can tell, this structure, or whatever lies below, is made for medium-sized creatures. You will be permanently squeezing, if it ever matters, to move down here. So you can move. You're just moving half your speed, and it's like difficult terrain. Well, not difficult. I think you can still 5-foot step. It's not difficult terrain. You're just moving, costs double. So you're moving.
Village, how long does reduce last? Don't you have that spell?
I do. Reduce lasts 15 minutes.
Would it be worth it just so we don't fucking have to move so slowly?
If we cast Reduce on you and use permanency, you can finally be a normal person.
No.
Okay.
What is normal anyway?
Exactly.
I tried to make a map for this place, but I feel like it was just going to be annoying with the walls and everything. So we're just going to theater of mind it and use this map for any combat that happens.
Good.
So yeah. So Mountain,
do you want to reduce me, or do we want to try and figure out with me basically taking up the entire squares.
I think you're just gonna have to move slowly, and I will reduce you if something comes up, because we don't know how long we have to be down there. And it's gonna be probably more annoying if the reduce runs out randomly, if you're maybe in a situation where you can't easily get out somewhere or something.
Well, I guess I'm just permanently squeezing, John.
Alright, that's fine. So because we're theater of minding it, I would just like pretty exact descriptions of what everyone's doing. So you're at these stairs. Is the mountain going first and moving? Everyone's going to be moving slowly behind him. Is he going to be holding up the rear and moving slowly? What's the plan?
I think I would like to go first.
All right, and then just as a reminder, you were warned that there's probably traps or there's certain barricades here to prevent you from getting to the egg. So people who are good at identifying traps might want to be doing their thing. There's probably magical traps. There's probably all sorts of things. So just
I'll also remember the map that we have.
Okay, hold on. Everyone's talking at once. Let's start with Felix was talking first, and then we'll go Christian, then Whitney. What were you doing?
Okay. Got detect magic.
Yep.
And I'm pretty good at perception.
Okay.
Which should help.
All right. So your eyes glow, and you're leading the way, I guess. And then Christian, where's Mountain?
That's for the rest decided they want me in the bag or wherever the fuck. Not more. We have the old weird map. Remember that talks about traps and shit.
This is not for this place.
This is not for this place.
Okay.
Yeah. Whitney, what is Atahia doing, or what did you want to say?
Well, I'm like our disabled device person, so I should probably be towards the front.
Okay. So Leyland and Atahia walking in pair. You can walk together if you want, or do you want to be single file? There's room for like side by side.
I think side by side is fine.
Yeah, that should be okay. We can be side by
it's just
side.
a small ceiling?
Yes, the ceiling is like 6 feet or something like that, but the hallways are 10 feet.
Yeah, I'm just slightly too tall.
Yeah, so you're like walking hunched down here.
No.
Megumi, where do you want to be? Do you want to be behind Atahia and Leyland, or do you want to be behind the mountain?
I would probably be behind. I would be behind the mountain, I think.
Okay, so just visually, so I remember, mountain, Leyland, Atahia. Yeah, so that's basically the order.
Well,
okay.
yeah, that's right. This is Megumi. Christ, what was that? It's because you said mountain Atahia and then moved Megumi.
Okay, so that's
I was so confused.
That's the order. That's how you're walking down this hallway. All right. So you have detect magic on. No magic. You're met with this stairway that is kind of curved, so it like goes downwards and to the right. It's dark, so anyone who has dark vision can see normally, but without, you can see that there is some light coming from the bottom. So there's clearly some sort of light source down there. But in terms of without a light source, it will be dark. You can clearly tell. But there looks like there's some light, whatever. So yeah, just walking down the stairway, no magic detected.
I got dark vision. We're moving slowly anyway, so I'm paying good attention to the surroundings.
Yeah, so
so we don't get trapped.
I'm just going to use like an average of all your perception. So who has the highest perception? We'll just use like a general passive perception.
And John.
Well, maybe me. Actually, no. It might be. I don't know. I have plus 23.
Okay.
I have plus 22, so you're just slightly better than me.
Okay.
I have plus 4.
Nice.
I will have detect secret doors active constantly while we're down here.
I assume. Oh wait, the item doesn't let you have it on forever, right? You're just turning it. How long do you get for it?
Concentration up to a minute, and then I will just do it again and again and again.
Oh, the item lets you do it forever as long as you do that.
Yeah, this is not. I can cast Identify 3 times a day.
Okay, but you get this effect basically
at will.
I will. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Okay, so you have that on. You guys have detect magic on. You're actively or passively perceiving as you're moving slowly. Any other things I should note as you're moving through here? You're just carefully looking.
If there's no light, I can't see shit.
There is some light.
Let me double check that I don't have any other trap things that I'm not thinking about, because it hasn't been a thing in a while. That's just for disabling traps. Yeah, I think that would be everything. My stuff comes into play more so when I need to disable something.
All right, good to
Yeah,
proceed.
I have a bunch of stuff that I can do when things go wrong.
All right, so you guys are walking down this stairway slowly, waiting for the mountain to squeeze his head through. And yeah, you get to the bottom of the stairs, and you notice you're in this big circular room made of, there's like stone walls all around you with a wooden door leading further. It's closed. As you look around, you're like, this is I guess the first people to see it are Leyland and Atahia. You get to the bottom of the stairs and you're looking around, and you see in front of the door it's these like pile of bones. It's clearly like enough bones to be from one being, and they're just kind of closely put together, but they're kind of like scattered around, but they're like all centered around the door. And it's just a simple wooden door. There is a lock on it, but it looks just like an average looking lock. It doesn't look shiny or special.
Sus.
Do we want the mountain to 1v1 the skeleton? Could be really funny.
So yeah, right now, just to be clear, Atahia, Leyland, you're at the bottom of the stairs. Everyone else is waiting for you to move or say something. I guess I don't know if you just say that out loud and everyone can hear that if you say that.
I think,
So what, you said this is like a circular room?
Yeah, you're at the bottom of the stairs looking into the room. You haven't really stepped into the room yet. You're just like right at the last step and you're like looking in. You can see the whole room. And there is, well, I guess there's no light in here. So unless you have dark vision, you can, I mean, there's some light coming from above. So you can, like, if you have low light vision, you can see pretty well. If you have no dark vision, it's like hard to see. But it's like entering a dark room. Like your pupils start to dilate and you can kind of see.
Leyland and I both have dark vision. So
Oh, okay. So you can see perfectly. Yeah, you see these bones.
Is Leyland picking up any magical signatures?
That's a good question. The door, the handle is radiating some faint magic, and there is moderate magic on the bones.
I will pop one of my stun rods in the shield. I had some left still.
Alright. So now you guys
I
can
would
see
like,
color burst into the room a bit.
Yeah. I would like to carefully just like skim the walls of the room and make sure that there's no...
With your sight, or you want to touch?
Like, no, I will like go in. I will step into the room.
Alright, you put a step down, the bones immediately assemble.
Alright.
And no combat needs to be rolled yet, depending on what you do, but the bones will assemble, and then there's like a dusty cloak on the floor too, I guess I didn't mention, but he'll like grab the cloak and throw it over him and just tie it over, and he says, "Strangers, what do you want?
hi, we're here for a visit.
Who are you?"
I'm Leyland, hi.
Nobody.
Okay, he's nobody apparently.
Yeah, you guys are still in the
Very
stairwell,
good.
but you can hear this.
Yeah.
But I guess after he has stepped forward, Leyland, are you standing there still, or you do step in as well?
Yeah, I'd step in as well.
Alright, so everyone
I
can
did
kind
say
of
I was
just
coming with
shuffle in at this point.
Yeah.
After you were about to like go to the wall, but then you like see this happen. Now, what do you guys say? Or it's just like a clearly bony humanoid creature that just has quickly thrown a cloak over. His face is like a little bit covered by the cloak, but you can see like the bony chin and the skeleton figure beneath the cloak. Like you can see his little like skeleton legs poking out of the bottom of the cloak and things.
I mean, I said my
Peace,
name.
friend. We don't have a bone to pick with you.
Oh my god.
But
What are the rest of you saying? As you all have shuffled into
Um,
this room at this point.
I think I introduced myself, right? I said my
Yep.
name was like, so, and what's your name?
My name is not important.
Oh, so you're related to him then?
Oh, did you actually say that, Christian? Mountain said nobody when he asked who you were.
Nobody and not important.
no, he's
Can
not
I-
smart
may
enough
I-
to do it. He will say his
May I
name.
call you? May I call you not?
It was a
Short.
joke on the "Who are you? I am nobody."
If you
For the people of what?
must refer me to something, you can call me Artis.
Okay.
Hi, artist.
Yeah.
What do you do around here?
I mind this door. He motions to the door. And who are you all? Well, you said who you were. What are you doing here?
We're a
Ooh,
band
yeah.
of plucky adventurers. We're just here to say a prayer over some eggs.
What of the Forge Masters above? Have you slayed them, or they let you in?
No,
Not at
no,
They
all.
let us in.
we swore to the gods and so forth that we wouldn't hurt anything in here.
Oh, you will not harm anything in here, you say?
Well, the eggs. If something
I
attacks
sworn-
us,
Hmm.
I won't harm anything that doesn't harm me.
With your guys' great perception, beyond the door, you can start to hear just like these. It's not like piercing, but you can just hear these like wails and moans. Just like they sound feminine. They just like not like screams of pain, but like they're like muffled.
They're like whales.
Yeah.
is
muffled
everything
wails.
okay in there? I'm a healer. I might be able to help.
I must warn you, beyond this door, there are things that you may not wish to see. I am bound to protect what lays beyond. But if you've already made pledges and the Forge Masters, and I do not sense you lying, it seems you've promised not to harm the precious secret that is held in here, but there are other horrors in here that you may not wish to see. Specifically, he looks basically to everyone except for the mountain. Of the feminine persuasion that mere things may anger you in here. Are you sure you want to proceed?
Oh.
But this is why now we will cut the stream and
No, it's...
I'm sure.
I follow them.
Well then, I will not hinder you further. And he'll just kind of step aside. The door still does not radiate magic, but the handle does to open the door. But there is a lock on it as well. The lock does not radiate magic.
Should I just... I looked at the guy and... Should I just open the door?
He will say, I will not hinder your advance, but I will not give you advice on how to proceed. It is up to you to figure this out.
Okay, I will. Thanks. Fuck you, door. I'll spell magic the door.
You start casting your magic.
Yeah.
Then increase with the tech match you gotta cut in the school first.
I know, I don't care. 20?
What's the DC to spell? It's 11 plus the spell's
Plus
caster.
the caster level.
So...
I believe. Wait, this... Magic.
I think
It's
it was
not
caster
the
level.
not the person who level that casts it. It's the spell's caster level
The
minimum needed.
spell's caster level, yes.
Right, so it would be the level of the person who cast it. Would be the spell's caster level, right?
Well, no,
Yes.
I'm guessing.
No, it would be. It would be. You are correct. It would be the person who cast it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
It's
your
still wording up.
your dispel magic will clearly fail as you detect magic, and the magic still
Yeah.
remains on the door.
Got more of those, or do I need a pitch in?
Well, I can just cash in some points.
I mean,
Up
while
to
you
you.
concentrate, you could get the strength, Felix, so you have an idea of how tough
I
this is.
was
think I told
faint.
you, yeah. Well, it was faint or moderate in that range.
Yeah.
It's on
Okay.
the cusp of that.
You know, guys, you can just step back and I open the door.
Let's not destroy it.
Oh no, I don't want to
Make
destroy it.
them
I just
all,
want to
man.
open it.
I thought it.
Why don't I have 2 dispels? Why don't you just let me try?
Okay, sure.
Okay, I will cast.
Well, hold on. Before you waste magic, let me clarify if it's faint or... It's a big difference, I guess. Faint or moderate. I think it's faint. Should be faint.
Oh, it's based on the spell and not the caster level? For some reason
I
I thought it
believe,
was based
though.
on
I think
caster
detect
level.
magic is the level of the spell.
It's on the spell.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Am I wrong?
okay.
Wait. Yeah, spell level. Yeah.
My brain is not computing.
So it's basically a level 1 to 3 spell that's protecting this door handle. So, AKA, it's not going to be super deadly, so you don't have to waste a detect or dispel magic if you want.
It could just be a luck.
No, it's not.
You can
Most
get the
likely
school very easily. It's evocation.
Yeah. It's just gonna explode.
So yeah, you can use it to dispel magic, or you can just trigger it, and it should do some minor effect, allegedly.
Personally, I just want to backflip through the exploding door. But if you want-
Okay,
that's
you
perfectly
fine. No, that's okay. You do you. I don't
Okay.
I don't want to deal with an explosion.
Okay.
Well, first you got to deal with the casual lock that's blocking your way.
Well, okay, I was gonna unlock it, but I
Sure.
didn't know if it needed
No,
the
no.
No, the
explosion needed to
handle
be
is
triggered
what's
first.
magical, admitting the magic. As long as you don't touch the handle, you can just do the lock, and then you can grab the handle.
Okay, so I guess I will attempt to
Yeah.
Do we-
pick the
I'm-
lock
I'm guessing we
without
know it's locked, right?
touching-
Yeah, you can do the
Yeah,
lock
we
without
can do
touching
the
the
lock.
door handle.
Disable device.
Oh yeah, you. I'm assuming you have the lock picks or whatever. You
Yes,
spend
I
a few moments and it pops open. You can throw it to the side, and now you can try to open. Whoever wants to touch the handle.
Yeah, I step
Right.
back.
Everyone have a good distance away.
I'm not
You
You
can
can
Okay.
snap
way
your
up.
fingers, Felix.
Stand at least by Mr.
My
Bones
carpet
there.
makes backup beeping bells as I back up.
Hi.
My famous last words are: if I were to design a magic trap, I'd probably cast something like Nistel's magic aura on it to make it appear a different strength and different trap that people get totally
Oh my God,
confused
is
and
that a
underestimated,
thing?
and I just touch the door and open it.
Yeah, you
Felix,
touch the door.
Question though. Is the reason you don't just do this that you've always done with doors?
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
open it.
Okay.
You grab it. You take 15 electricity damage. You can open it.
Okay, I open it.
The door
Okay,
opens.
it didn't explode, guys.
So since Leyland opened it, I'll just quickly describe what you see at the end as you look down. It's a hallway. You can see that there's stone work everywhere, and you can tell there are 6 prison cells. There are creatures bound and shackled in there. They, at quick glance, they look dead. You can see like blood smeared on the walls and stuff, and they're not moving or reacting to the door opening, and they look malnourished, not skeletal, but almost skeletal, like very skinny or whatever. But they don't react to you
I
opening the
guess
door.
they're all women.
Yes, you can tell they're all feminine women. And then at the end of the hallway, you can hear, now that the door is open, they're no longer muffled, you can hear a ghostly woman at the end of the hallway. So at the end of those 6 cells, it's a long hallway. And then at the end of there's a woman with her back to you, ghostly woman, that's just singing. The song is in... well, roll me a d6. Let's see which ghost is singing.
I'm gonna do it.
Sure.
I want an elf ghost.
That is not the elf ghost. That is...
Fuck.
that is... a human-looking ghost. What language do these things speak? I think they just usually speak common, right? Let's just do double check. Languages. Does anyone speak Celestial?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was
Anyone?
literally the
Yes,
language I took
same.
on this level up.
All right.
I
Anyone?
also speak Celestial.
Anyone who can understand Celestial will hear just like the sweet sound of her singing. Well, everyone else can hear. It sounds pleasant to hear, but you don't understand the words. But anyone who speaks Celestial can understand the words. She's singing about just like that. Troubles will eventually pass, and you must just keep on the way, and something like that. So that's the sentiment of the song.
Aww.
So everyone, well, yeah, once the door opens, everyone can be filled with that sound. But it's a 5 foot by 5 foot doorway, so not everyone can like see through exactly, but that's what's seen before you. and you guys can let me know what you do. If you want to run in and do something.
Well, I'm not gonna run in.
There are light sources that appear to be coming from the ceiling. It feels like lights must be magic. Well, you have detect magic on, so yeah, you can see that the top parts of the room are magic, faint magic, or I guess it would be moderate for continual light. Anyway, you can tell it's clearly the light source that's giving the magic, that's providing light into here. So yeah, you can see colors and stuff if you have dark vision.
Yeah, I think first I'm gonna probably take a total, heal a total of 15 as Megumi takes a total of 15.
Okay. Yeah.
Also done. The light that I have is 30-30.
Okay. Yeah. You can tell that there's, well, at least in this hallway, there's enough light that's between your sun rod and there. You can see fine. But I don't know if you can see well with Leyland standing in the door still, but you can see that you can see through the.
Gonna take a step in first.
Yeah, you take a step in.
I
What's
follow
on? Yeah.
behind.
Everyone else just following in as you guys. Well, you take a step in.
Yeah.
Are you just going to slowly walk toward the ghost?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
I'm
glance at
probably
sides.
stopping at one of the cells and trying to like figure out what happened to these people, I guess.
Yeah. So everyone can take a few steps in and take your time as you look through the cell because there will be something that you want to look at. As you get to the first pair of cells that are on either side of you, you can tell that there's like blood, you can tell they're dead. They're chained to the walls, and they look malnourished or like they died here, chained up, and there are writings in blood on the wall.
Nice.
On the one on the left is written in Elvish. So anyone who speaks Elvish can obviously read it, and they can read it. It says, "Hellish intent disguised by sweet words." And on the right, anyone who speaks, and someone, does at least one person speak Dwarven? I'm assuming Mal
Yes.
does.
I
yeah.
do.
Yeah, some people speak Dwarven. And it's
lot.
clearly a Dwarven woman on the right, and maybe an elf.
Yeah.
On the left, whatever. It says, "I see true, no blessings here," is written in blood.
Nice.
So yeah, all of you can kind of have walked through and seen this and looked at the walls and read these. Do you want to keep walking forward? The song continues. The ghostly woman's in the
I
back.
want to see if is there more writing in like the other cells, because there's more than just the two, right?
Yep. I just want to make sure we walk and I know where
Yeah.
everyone is. So yeah, you guys want to advance to the next set of cells? So you're like in the middle-ish of the room now?
Yeah.
Okay, so in my mind, I imagine Leylin and Atihia has gone forward. The mountain is probably more so like in the back, and he's probably in the first set of cells area looking at it as well. And Megumi's right behind him. So Leylin and Atihia, you reach the second set of cells, and yes, there is more blood, but they're in different languages again. The one on the left is in clearly some sort of like rudimentary writing that mimics. Well, do any of you speak Orcish?
Yes.
I did.
Well, Atihia is here first, so she'll see it's in Orcish, and it just appears to be some mad ramblings. It's not anything like specific. It just says like, "I wish I wasn't here," and "I regret being seduced by him," stuff like that. And then on the other side is in Goblin. Do you speak Goblin? Or can you read Goblin?
Yes.
Yeah. And in Goblin, it's similar things, just wishing they never fell victim to this. They just call it he seduced me, he tricked me, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to keep advancing forward?
Of course.
Yeah, so
It's time to
Atihia...
get ghosted.
Atihia and Leylin, you take a step forward, and as soon as you take a step forward from getting closer to the next two cells, the ghost stops singing immediately and just like turns around and goes straight toward you and stops like right before you. And it's this beautiful looking woman. She's got like this metallic looking hair, and she'll say something to you. She will say, I guess she'll look, if you both are, I don't know if anyone was walking forward more than the other. I'll assume you guys are in step with each other.
I think I was walking for a little bit more because
Okay.
I couldn't read those last two.
Then
languages.
she'll look at Leylin specifically and say, "Speak idiom or face the mother's wrath." And you guys would know idiom means. I have the definition here. Do you guys know what an idiom is?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
An idiom is a phrase that has a figurative meaning that's different than the literal meaning of the words or phrases. So, like, break a leg is an idiom for good luck to an actor. So she's asking for you to speak an idiom or face the mother's wrath.
There's no use crying over spilt milk.
I'll assume that was out of character, but yeah, anything you say is going to be in character from now on.
Yep.
Is it supposed sorry, is she asking for like a specific one?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
It's the password.
Yes.
Friend?
Okay.
Is
That's
that in
not an
character?
idiom.
Sorry, that was the last out of character
Okay.
thing. I won't
All
say
right.
it.
Yeah, so all of you in the back could hear this, and you see it happen as well.
Can I roll an int check to get a hint?
Can you
Yes.
can you just tell me the first two writings again, real quick?
Yes. I
I'll
can do that
offer
as well.
Atahia some wine.
My in check will tell you the writings that I spelled out to you are the hints. So I'll say them again. The first one you saw said, the elvish one was hellish intent disguised by sweet words, and the dwarven was I see true, no blessings here. She looks intently at Leyland.
Okay. Well,
Waiting.
I would like to think that Leyland's mind is faster than mine.
For
What
sure.
was the second
There's
one
no-
again? Sorry.
There's out of character. There's no timer here. I'm just
Yeah.
flavorly
I see
filling
true
the dead air.
blessings here. No, I'm just thinking,
I
right?
see true.
comma, no blessings here. Yeah.
here.
Well, there would be a comma, but yeah.
Okay.
Anybody want some wine while we ponder this?
I'm not gonna do like a chat gives you the answer. I mean, you guys will have to
No, no,
guess.
no,
Yeah. It's just a fun little thing. It's not.
I'm saying flavor wise, right?
Sure,
Like,
sure. Yeah, you guys can take some drink of wine to help your brain power. But I just wanted to let you know I'm not letting a check solve it.
Yeah. Okay. Let me think. What? Okay, I think I got it.
What do you think?
I'm just gonna say it because I think.
Do you want to
I
converse with your
think we-
party, or do you
we
want
are
to just say it?
Yeah. Okay. How do you guys feel about a wolf in sheep's clothing?
Ooh, that's
That kind of
a
fits.
good one. Yeah.
What's the idiom in it?
That's the wolf is not literally wearing sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
It's just
A wolf
just
in sheep's
essentially-
clothing is basically talking about an enemy that looks like a friend.
Exactly.
Okay, so that is the idiom, yeah.
So
So
I
a bad
believe that is-
person looking friendly or whatever the fuck.
That is what Leyland's gonna go with.
Does the party like agree when Leyland talks about that? Just want to make sure everyone's like.
I got
agree.
you. I got you, Leyland. I can heal you through any wrath.
Okay.
Everyone else good with that?
I'm fine with it. The mountain is not when it comes to riddles. It's just like, yeah, sure.
Atahia, you're good.
Yeah, I don't have anything better, so.
I kind of was thinking of the idiom, and this is her discussing it with the party,
Mhm.
that you draw more flies with honey. Kind of like, in other words, you appear sweet and draw somebody in but I like the
But I
wolf in
think
sheep's
that's-
clothing
yeah,
better.
I think that's missing the second part, right? Because I feel like those quotes were is like an out of character thing, right? I feel like those quotes are more about like the deception part and the getting tricked part, as well as the like horrible underlying thing that happened.
And like if you think of like the tale of Little Red Riding Hood, where the big bad wolf, you know,
Yeah.
eats Little Red Riding or the grandmother and tries to eat Little Red Riding Hood.
All right, so Leyland, you turn to this ghost and you say this.
Yeah, I say a wolf in sheep's clothing.
She looks you over for a minute, and it looks like she widens her mouth, about to scream and wail, but then there's no sound, and then she'll just slowly back up and start to fade into the wall.
I'm glad
Almost
Leyland's
literally-
smart.
She almost literally gave me a heart attack there, guys.
Oh, I think she was about to scream.
Yeah, and I think that was literally gonna cause a heart attack.
But yeah, now you can, like, after she's like out of your way and she's like fades into the wall behind a few feet back, you can see there's a light source coming from the left of you. Left. So like there's like a corner, and then left looks like there's a way you can keep going. So you guys just go there, go left.
I will. Well, before
Yeah, I
we
guess
do,
I was still.
there's 2 cells left with writings.
Yes,
possibly.
yes. You can advance forward to the third set of cells.
One of them says, "LOL." The answer was nerd.
They are written in Celestial and Common.
Got that too.
The Common one will just say similar things about how he always repeats the same thing when he walks here. Something like that. And then the third one will just say in Celestial, I regret nothing. Something like that.
Dank. Well, he at least found one psycho for him.
What was what do you think he was doing with these?
Well, he's as far as we know, the dragon's male.
How do you make babies?
I'm getting fucking nervous because there's not a cat folk here yet.
Did you want a cat folk here?
Well, you know, it seems like he collects one of each, and I'm kind of like, you know, different.
Well, no,
Bill-
they're 2 celestials.
If I hear banjo music, I'm out of here.
Oh my god.
But there are 2 celestials messages, right?
Nope, just one.
Just one. One was...
One
So there
celestial,
was...
one common.
Yeah, there was an elven,
She was
dwarven...
singing in Celestial.
She was singing
Oh,
in
okay.
Celestial, yes.
Ah, that's where I got it wrong then. Okay.
So it was the Celestial one, the one that said I regret nothing?
Yes.
Yup.
The blood and the
That's
wall.
And
why
that's
she's
the
the ghost
ghost
that
that's
protects the
still
place.
here. Yeah. Fuck.
But yes, so you can
What was
proceed.
the other one that wasn't celestial?
Common.
He always, and it said
Oh, what
something
is it?
like
It's
he always.
essentially it's essentially probably talking about the idiom that the nerd always repeats when he walks past here.
Yes. To disable his own trap. Yeah, so you get into this
Yeah.
next room. No magic. There's just a bunch of like old crates that had some supplies, probably an old barrel. Everything looks abandoned. It's all cobwebbed and dusty, at least in this area. And you turn left. There's these stone stairs that go down, but you can see forward. So it's just down like maybe 4 or 5 feet forward. And there are another set of cells that you can see. There are only 5 this time, with a big. It's a lot more big open area. So in this area, actually, you would not be squeezing once you go through the stairs. It's a big, more open area.
It's done.
Yeah, you can stop ducking once you go into here. But yeah,
You can stand if you want to.
there are 5 cells that you can clearly see from the stairs. So I'm just saying you're at the stairs. You tell me if you go forward. But from the stairs, Leyland and Atahia, you can see in. There are 5 cells. And here there are clearly alive creatures.
Oh boy.
There are 2 human females to the left cells. And in the 3 to the right, there are 3 elven women that immediately see you as you get to the stairs and clamor to the jail cells, "Help us, help us." They start making noise,
Yeah.
like calling for you.
Right. Shh. Yeah, we're coming. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you won't be able to shush them. They just like
Yeah,
clamoring
I'm
for
aware.
help. But yeah, you say that. But, and as you look in, I just want to describe everything in the room. There's like this table in the center that has like these chairs around. Looks like it's probably for some guards or something. But there's no one there. But at the very end of the room, there is a pile of what looks like some magical items. They're glowing.
I want to steal this shit so bad.
You
But they're-
goddamn Klepto Felix.
They're just like piled in the center of this wall at the end of the room. So I don't know. They must have collected them and threw them here or something. But there's like a pile of them. So there's probably like 4 or 5 clearly magical items. There's like a cloak. There's a helm. There's like an amulet. There's probably like a ring, and there's like a sword. And they're all just like
This is
sprawled out there.
This is what I call a Leyland-specific magic trap. And it's got me. I'm gonna go there eventually, but I'm gonna try and block it out of my mind as long as I can. Try and...
I want to
You know?
try to get one of the women to talk to me. And,
So you're staying at the
like,
right now. You guys are at the bottom of or top of the stairs, and you can see in, and they can see you. Are you walking down to them, or are you staying up there and talking to them, or what are you doing?
I'm gonna walk down first. You know, probably less attentive towards traps than I would normally be because I'm a little treasure.
Still have your
distracted.
detect magic. You see magic at the end. Each of their cell bars are magical. Otherwise, there's no magic. There's light sources coming. It looks like there's like fake windows on their cells. They're like giving light into the room, but they are magical. Clearly, like a fake window, simulating like a window. So Leyland, you step down. You step into the room. Where is that to here? You're at the top. You're walking with Leyland, or
Yeah, I'm walking with Leyland.
okay. Mountain, you're squeezing behind them through the stairway. Megumi,
No
you're
one
behind.
walked straight.
Well, the room is bigger. The stairway's still small.
Okay, that. Yes, I will squeeze.
Yes, you step foot in the room. Nothing happens. You're now in the room, and you're like, you have the cell. There's the one human woman on the left, and there's an elvish woman on your right. What are you doing from this point?
I'm racist, so I
Well,
talk to the elf
can
first.
you explain what you mean by fake window?
So there's like it looks like a carving for what would be a window, but there's just like light coming out of it, and Leyland can, whoever is detecting magic can just see it's clearly like a light spell that's just projecting light into the
And
room.
we're also underground.
And you're underground, so there's no
Okay.
like you can't see through it. You just see like a light coming through. So it's like
okay, I
simulating like a
understand now.
light source from outside, but they're
Okay,
clearly it's
okay.
like magic. Yeah.
I just like misunderstood. I thought you were saying like the fake window was like on like the like us looking into the
Oh
cells.
no.
Okay.
The cells
I
are
get
all
what you mean
bars
now.
that are radiating
Okay.
faint magic, and
Gotcha.
there is like a jail cell like door that's like locked with a lock. That's not magical, but the bars are all magical. So Leyland, you immediately go to the elvish woman. She's like grabbing the bars, like, please help. She's like reaching out to you to like touch you. You're real? Are you real? Please help me. Help me.
Hi, yes, hi.
Please get me out of here.
We're gonna get you out of here. Though the cell here seems to be magical, I like look around with like my eyes clearly glow magic, right? So I look around and it's like, actually, a little fucked on their end. They see like dragon eyes. I have like dragon
Sure,
eyes.
yeah, if you have visual vision. She like recoils from you. Oh, are you him? Another trick.
No.
I guess I talked to the human one.
Yeah,
and
you'll
I'm
go
like,
to
what
the human.
hell? Like,
She'll clamor
what?
at you.
Like,
You look like
like,
a
what
tiefling
is
now, right? You have like
happening
your
down-
horns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she looks like
She's
a
like,
tiefling.
oh God, are you one of his new jailers? A devil?
no,
What do you
no.
What do you want from me?
I'll
No.
kind of walk over to the human side.
Oh my god.
A fucking cat.
Girl,
What
tell
are
me
you?
what is going on here. Jesus, chill.
He appeared to us as a normal human, lured me here.
Okay, and like what? After that, why is he keeping you trapped here?
I don't know. He hasn't said. He hasn't been back for several. I don't know how long it's been.
So you're
That's true.
just stuck down here doing nothing?
Yes.
He hasn't done anything?
Not yet. I don't know what he plans for us.
I know
Probably
what he
eat
plans
us.
for
You might be baby fodder, but I would
Baby
think
fodder?
that... Wouldn't making dragon babies be better to be mating with another dragon? You're not a dragon, right?
Yeah, I
But
don't
all
think you can.
dragons are kind of dead, though.
I don't know how that works. I don't think a dragon can mate with a human, can it?
Well, I mean, if he turns into a human and mates
Oh,
with you,
God.
I don't know.
Probably kills the mother.
Well, let's not find out. Get me out of here, please. Please.
All right, well, hold on. We gotta figure out what the fuck magic is on this cell, unless you
I just
happen
have-
to know.
One question also. Where the fuck are you from?
True, you're a human. Where are you from, and how long have you been here?
I don't know how long
The
it's
days
been.
ago,
It's
though.
I can't tell time while we've been under here. I'm from a distant town called. I'll have to.
Bumfuck nowhere.
For some reason, I wasn't expecting you guys to care about this, so I didn't.
Well,
have
you
it
was
on.
like stint on my fucking side here, John, so yeah, I care.
Sure. Crow Grove. I'm from Crow Grove. Does that matter?
Where the fuck is Crow Grove?
You can give me a knowledge geography if you have it.
I have it, but I can't do that unless it's on this continent.
It's not on this continent.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Oh, yeah. Where is the knowledge is?
the other side. So in
It's, on
background.
the back, it's a background skill.
Oh yeah, I was just looking at skills though, and it like doesn't pop up for me as like a quick. That's just weird.
Probably because you're untrained, right?
Yeah, if you don't have a rank in it,
Uh,
you can't roll it.
It wasn't showing any of knowledge. Oh yeah, I must not have it. Yeah,
Does
no.
does knowledge local work if it's on our home continent, or
Or
at least local enough to where I live?
Sure, but I'll make it a very hard, a more hard DC.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys could try knowledge local if you're from Maldonia, but it'll be a harder DC. Oh, Leyland, you definitely know. Okay, Atia, you've heard of it. Is anyone else trying before I reveal? Okay. Leyland and Atia, you vaguely have heard of that some distant town in Umbala.
Oh. Okay. Weird.
Well, sounds like you got super kidnapped.
Where are we? Are we not in Umbala anymore?
Fucking
Nope.
traveling to
What's
Umbala
Umbala?
and back? Like, Jesus.
Is this a town from your guys' continent?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kinda.
Oh yeah. Spoiler alert. Different continent.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's known to you guys.
Well, yeah, but to those guys, right?
Yeah, to them.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's probably like,
it's unknown to the mountain.
yes, where we are now, well, different continent, that's the answer.
Well, Leyland, do you know what magic is on the cells?
Well, I've been scanning it for a
Yes.
while.
Yeah, it's we don't need to go through the checks here. It is what is the magic here? Abjuration, faint.
Cool. All right. Let's make
Alarm
use of some
spell?
tools here. Unlikely, because that wouldn't be on the bars. That would be in an AoE.
So,
All right, let's do some filters. What is the strength?
Faint.
Cool. All right.
possible trigger unless like it's some specific alarm where like if they're destroyed.
Let me think. What could it be? What could it be?
I mean, why couldn't you put an alarm on bars?
I mean, you could,
Well,
right?
s-
Isn't
yeah,
isn't
but
alarm normally an
AoE.
in
Alarm
an
would be
area?
an
Yeah,
AoE,
exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's a fucking dragon. He does what he wants, right? Like, so maybe he made a specific alarm spell that does like, hey, target the thing. That if this is damage or something, let me fucking
But then
know.
I guess that doesn't make sense because they're touching the bars, right?
Exactly.
You
So
said
like,
that they did, and it's not like anything's
yeah.
happening.
So let's like, it's
At
meant
least
to
that
give
we
me a
can
harm.
hear. And I don't think he would want a ping to him alarm if someone touch the bars, because then
Exactly,
he'd be getting
yeah.
pinged all the time, even if they just touched
yeah,
a
so
bar.
if it is an alarm, I would believe it's like more not touching the thing, but destroying it. Like they are physically destroyed. As of a sign of somebody's trying to break out.
Okay. What could it be?
Because abjuration is just a weird one.
Could
Well,
it just be
there's-
something to keep them sturdier or from decaying?
Yes,
Or...
absolutely. Well, that would probably be transmutation or enhancement more than abjuration.
Yeah,
But
that's
it
the
could
thing.
be protecting the bars from specific things. That is something that abjuration does.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um,
Mm.
no, okay. There's a Yeah, I can't easily come up with something right now.
You just want to do the old traditional classic way. I will bend the fucking bars and we'll see what happens to me.
Nope.
You're so
I
boring,
will.
Felix.
I will. What's something cool I can do here? Because there are cool things I can do. You know, it would be really cool if identify were to help identify like an active spell effect like this. If there were other steps you can do to identify active spell effects that you don't witness the casting of.
Maybe you should make that spell, Felix.
Right.
I do love how, like, making your own spells is a thing. None of us never fucking really decide to try and do that.
Well, because there are
It's
many
hard and
annoying reasons.
convoluted,
True.
yeah, and takes
Yeah,
a lot
we're-
of.
it's, that's more of like a. This is like a specific goal campaign. It's like you're not really just chilling, wanting to study and make a spell, right?
All right. Damn. All right. Can I do some sort of can I use some sort of in-game mechanic, some sort of investigation? Anything I can do here to
Yeah, give me a caster level check plus a flat either craft, alchemy, or wisdom check. That will determine how well your character can determine what's going on here.
I have craft alchemy. Can we like?
Yeah, you can work together.
yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna roll a caster level check.
Sure.
Right.
Okay.
I'll do my craft alchemy.
Ooh, yeah, with the combination of you guys studying these things, you can tell that the spell being applied here is obscure poison, and that these bars have been lined with poison. So these people that have been touching the things that... I don't know, nothing's happened to them, but you can tell that all of these... Well, all of the bars have been casted with obscure poison. You don't see a poison, you don't smell a poison, but all of these bars, you're confident there's been... The spell at play here is obscure poison.
Interesting. That is interesting, actually.
Now you want to cast
It
detect
is
poison.
obscured. You can't detect it.
Does that work? Detect
Don't
poison or
think
similar effects are obscured. Yeah, so you wouldn't be able... Oh, you can do a caster level check to try to overcome it.
Yeah, true.
So you can do a caster level check. Megumi... Yes, you can detect poisons. You detect no poisons on these bars. Either it was removed,
Guys-
or it's been used, or something. I don't know.
There's no poison on these bars. What
Yeah,
are
I
we
know
talking
that's
about?
the point. You can't detect it. Okay, guys. I'ma just. Or do you want to do the dispel, or should I?
Either I have 2 prepared. I don't know what you got, so
Well, I got 0 right now.
Are
but
you
I
guys all
can,
like talking out loud? How there's like poison on the bars and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I don't want.
They immediately like recoil from the bars. Oh God, are we gonna die? What? Oh God,
Nope.
No worries. I can neutralize poison.
Yes.
please help us.
Don't worry. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. We're just gonna deal with the problem at hand. All right. You want to go first, or should I?
we can do it.
Good. Then I will spend some points from the pool and get 2 dispel magic back.
Oh yeah, because like, what are we gonna have to dispel every cage?
Yeah, you cannot AoE dispel. You have to target the spells because you're.
Yes, but it could be like a single effect that's applied to all of them. Depends on how this.
How would that
This
still
exists,
work
so to
though?
Hmm?
So like, let's say like with yeah, if it's one spell casting a target all 4 of them, you're still only dispelling it from one Felix.
Nope.
So the way I would rule this is the way Obscure Poison works is you cast it on a dose of poison. So if he used 1 dose of poison and coated all the bars, you would need 1 check. If he did several different types of poison and he's like did separate castings of Obscure Poison on all of them, then there's several castings of it. Did he do a different poison for each bars? Do you want to trust Megumi's caster level check was enough to determine there are no poisons? It's up to you guys. All of
But
these
just
things
because
are
like the spell then gets weird also, like what if you're dispelling, like we say, haste from somebody that has cast that on 3 different people? Does the only 1 haste fall off, or does then all 3 haste fall off?
If you're doing normal Dispel Magic, you target a creature or a thing. So it would be the one person. If you're doing Greater Dispel Magic, which is the AoE, they would all be targeted.
Oh, okay, so it's greater spell that's being done.
I don't know what's being done yet.
No. There are. The thing is, I'm not dispel magicking a creature, Christian. That's why it's different.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's because it's an item,
Yes.
that is why it can do to everything.
Well,
Okay.
like I said, if the magic is obscuring the dose of poison. So if he used one dose of poison and coated all the bars with it, you would need 1 dispel check. But you're unsure.
Exactly.
If you use different poisons and different castings, you would need multiple checks. Right now, you can just target like 1, and everything that was on that specific obscure poison would be dispelled if you succeed. So maybe all the magic will go, or maybe some will still be there. I don't know. Was he confusing enough to do different doses of poison? Who knows?
Perfect.
But
I'm gonna start off by just trying to dispel. I have 2 of those. I would like to target the spell.
yeah.
Right? Because the targeted dispel goes on 1 object, creature, or spell that is the target of dispel magic.
Yeah.
You make 1 dispel check. Yeah. There you go. It's a 24.
And that's 11
Probably
plus
not
the
good enough.
level of the person who casts it, right?
Yes. So
Yeah.
if he was 13th level or lower, the caster for this.
The bars will stop glowing magic.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
All of the bars will
Okay.
stop glowing magic.
All right.
So then they're just locked, right?
Yes.
And we don't see any magic on the locks.
I'm gonna first sniff for poison.
Well, if we dispelled the obscure poison, then if the poison is there, a detect poison should work, right?
It should, yes.
Theoretically, is that still active after all this?
It's not. It's instantaneous.
Okay.
There's
Yeah, you can recast it if you
cantrip.
want.
Detect poison.
Oh,
All right, you cast it again, and yes,
Oh yeah,
there
true.
is-
It's a cantrip.
You do detect
Yeah.
poison. How does this work? Do you have to get a check to get the poison?
Wisdom
Yeah.
check to determine the.
Oh
exact-
wait.
Or a craft alchemy.
Yeah, a character with craft alchemy can try a DC 20 craft alchemy check,
Sure.
If the wisdom fails, fails.
or may try the
Or-
craft
or
alchemy check
craft
prior to the wisdom check. The spell
Uh,
can penetrate barriers. Okay, well I'm just craft alchemying them,
And you
and
just
my bonus is
Sure.
plus 31. So
Yeah, while you're doing that, you're sniffing. Oh, you automatically succeed it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can sniff. You don't smell anything, but as the magic glows over your eyes, and you can see that yes, there is poison coated on these things, and it seems to be basilisk poison.
basilisk poison. What the fuck does basilisk poison do?
It's not good.
Isn't it? That's specification, isn't it?
Nope. Their gaze petrifies, not their poison. Their poison is just really poisonous and
Yeah, I
bad.
believe the poison is just reducing your con for a bunch of rounds.
believe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do you want me to neutralize the poison?
Sure.
Mm.
I mean, how does neutralize poison work? Is that like on a surface or in like a person?
Creature or object
Which
touch?
are object.
How
This
many of
spell
these do you
can-
have?
I
Well,
have
the-
6 third-level spells that I can cast for the day.
Also, all object up to 1 cube feet a level.
Sure. So one
that is a
casting, she
15
can go around and touch all the poison that you can find on the bars.
Yeah, and I think I feel like as long as the people didn't get poisoned yet and only like touched the poison and aren't affected by it, I feel like this neutralized poison should also be able to neutralize that poison.
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure they're all poisoned at this point. Like,
Possibly. It's
Like,
I don't think basilisk poison is touch poison necessarily.
Yeah, I think it's injection.
I think this
Or
thing just
injury.
fucks you up if you touch the bars and then get wounded afterwards.
Maybe.
Which in that case, I just don't care about the poison, honestly. I just been the fuck
what's the method? Like, do you know for sure, or would I know for sure?
Yeah, with your check, you can tell yes that it seems like that is the idea here is you get coated with it without knowing, and then further on, if you're injured, it will seep into your wounds and cause its effect.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to click that.
It's all good. You're just.
I was
showing
trying to
off.
check to see if it worked with poison.
Hmm.
Cool.
So yeah, locked bars. Are you breaking them, unlocking them, coating
Well,
yourself in
like-
basilisk poison?
No, I'll unlock the
Take a
locks
shower.
without touching the locks.
Sure. You just give me one disable device, and I'll just say that'll work for all of them. These are just average-looking locks, so not a hard check. But yeah, okay. Yeah, so you go around, pop off all the locks. Without prompting, they will immediately just like pull open the doors.
That's fine. They can. Oh, no.
They'll all like huddle around you and just say, "Can we leave? Is it safe?"
Yes, with an asterisk. There are still some creatures out there, but
Should we wait for
They're-
you? We'll just wait near the entrance and wait for you to guide us out,
you know,
or should we just follow you?
ironically enough, I think waiting around here might be the safest, because there's some traps back there and some really unpleasant sights.
What are you all gonna do? Can we just leave now?
Yes. In a little bit. I really want to steal some shit while I'm here.
Can we just leave, please? Well, I'm sure there'll be rewards for you for returning us safely.
I narrow my eyes and go like,
We're really far from Umbala, so.
Oh gods, where are we?
Like we
Oh,
said, another continent.
We're on a new continent that's not even been discovered yet. Well, I mean, it's just been discovered.
But yeah, once they're confident you're trustworthy, the other elves will speak. And some of them will say that they are from here.
Yeah.
One elf will
Okay.
say that they are from Abscondriel. So from your home.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, you might probably actually recognize her now that you're...
I might actually, yeah. I mean, I've...
Yeah, give me a...
always been like relatively antisocial, so...
Sure, yeah, give me a d20. If you roll high enough, maybe you guys have met before.
I was ask the ones that I got adopted from basically this time.
No, you've
the
never seen
gold
it.
is
Are you?
fine with having its people abducted? Is he not meant to look out for you?
The one that's from here?
Yeah.
She'll say the gold doesn't have rule over the elves. Or he doesn't protect us.
Even though you're in his territory?
I don't think so. I'm sure he would not be approving of this, but I don't know if he knows.
Leyland taps her head as she looks at the elf and says, "Was it Barbara? Or was it like?"
She squints her eyes. Oh, I think I've seen you before walking around, but no, I don't think we've ever had the pleasure of meeting. But thank you for this rescue. So wait, where the heck are we? Well, you make it sound like we're not near our home.
Oh, we are absolutely
probably
not.
About several thousands of miles away.
Yeah.
God.
If you take one step that way, you'll be the furthest from home. Okay, don't.
All right.
Okay, Samwise.
I think we will collect ourselves and we will wait here for you. Yes, and they'll pull out. They'll sit at that table that's in the center and just like be
If
like
you hear
gathering
someone
themselves.
coming, just run back in real quick and pretend like you're still locked up.
Yeah, and just ignore the fact that there are locks on the floor.
Well, it's bars, right? So they're probably like built into the bars. So unless they look like.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that.
specifically.
But if it's you coming, can you say something so we know it's you?
Okay, I'm gonna make like a caca noise. No one else. Will do
Okay.
If I speak friend in Dwarvish,
None of these are dwarves.
I speak Dwarvish, one of them will say.
I'll say friend.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
But yeah, so
That'll
then
be our signal.
they'll gather on this table, and then at the end of the room, there's this pile of magical items. I don't know if you want to
Are there
ignore
any
it.
like doors that lead out of here other than the one we came
Yeah,
in?
so at the end of the room, you look left, and there's another just door entranceway that you can walk through. There's no door; you can look through it. Well, where are you going first? Are you walking towards the weapons?
I'm
Or
gonna
items?
get enchanted by the loot pile mimic. Yes, that is.
I'm
that
gonna
is
go
my
over
plan.
to the door and look.
Yeah, so you guys can all walk towards the weapon or the pile of items, and as you do, you'll notice to your left is a doorway. There's no door; you can just look through. And you can see far down. There's a column in the center of that hallway. It's a big hallway. You can see there's several doors lining the path through this big hallway. There's a big column in the middle that blocks your sight. But you can tell it just goes on for... it's probably like a 30-foot, 40-foot hallway down. That is... it looks like the roof goes back down short again. But it's like 15, 20 feet wide. So it's like a big wide hallway. But top-wise, it's like 6 feet.
Okay, and at the end, what happens there?
Your sight is obscured by a big column that's like supporting the roof. But you can tell that there's like light coming from it, so it goes further. But all you can see is like walls, column, and then
Alright,
an open way.
so there's like this 15-foot wide hallway, and I'm getting obscured by a column in the center?
Yes.
How fat is this column?
No, the problem that you're having
I'm gonna
is
draw
you're
it for
looking
you.
for a door, right? So your field of vision is like
Oh, okay,
restricted
so-
to a narrow field of vision, and then there's a column somewhere in that narrow field of vision, so most of it gets blocked.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I'm
so
just
that
drawing
makes
this here. You guys are here looking at this pile of stuff, and then you're looking down this way, and there's like a column blocking your way here, and then there's like something beyond the column, but you can't see it. It's blocking. There's like in walls. Does that make sense?
Can I poke my head through the doorway and sort of like look around the column without going?
No, the
into
column's like in the middle of the hallway. So it's like in the middle,
So you have to
holding
go
up the
into
roof.
hallway first.
So you'd have to go in. Does that make sense,
Look
or
at
am I
the
not
drawing,
explaining it
it's a
well?
hallway.
No, it's the 15-foot wide that fucks with my head then.
Yeah, okay. So like, let's say like this is the hallway.
Because I understand that, like, yeah.
So you're
I
looking
understand
in,
that while
and
I'm
there's a
at the
column
door,
that's like
I only
this.
have like 5 feet. That makes sense to me.
There's a column like this in the middle of the hallway, so you can't see. Like you can see.
Oh, okay.
You can see
So
like
it
this
is
way, but all you see is like there's like wall here and here. So there potentially is something here, but you don't know what's there because this is blocking
Okay, yeah. So
your
that is
view.
what I was trying. Like, if it seemed like there was something. No, okay. So at those sides there are walls that sort of indicate an end, but there could be something behind that.
Yes, yeah. So you
Okay,
can see
that
through.
makes
It's
more
not
sense
like
now.
blocking all vision, but
Yeah. Now it makes more sense then.
Well, my loot goblin ass just grabbed the first item.
well, hold
I'm
on.
just gonna
You get
spit
within
it.
5 feet of
Yeah,
it, and then I need a
I'm
will
just
save.
saying. Yeah, perfect.
Oh, shit.
Because
Anyone
this
who
is
gets
exactly
within
what I
5 feet, I
expected.
need a will save of
Yes.
the pile.
Yes.
I'm just at the door waiting for something to come
Yes.
potentially out.
Yes!
nothing
Let me know if you need to
particularly.
kill Felix.
Nothing particularly happens. They just are the items, and do you want to grab them?
Yup. Take the first one.
Sure. Where is everyone when this is happening?
Yeah.
No way.
Behind the mountain. Like
I mean, I feel like I'm probably like 5 feet or so behind Leyland. Like I was pretty much with Leyland the whole time, but like I
Yeah,
don't
so I
have
guess-
Leyland's same like loot goblin tendencies.
Items.
My loot gland is very well sated at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Kind of
as you
letting
grab-
Leyland do loot goblin shenanigans.
Is there a particular item you grab, or do you just grab a random thing?
Probably just a random one. I don't. The
Alright.
thing about Leyland is there's not really specific things that she wants.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like
Um,
loot treasure,
Like,
give
yeah,
me.
she's just like
Yeah. So the first thing
She's a
that
there's
klepto.
stuff.
the
She's
first
just
thing
a klepto.
the first thing
Yeah,
that catches
a
your
little bit, yeah.
eye is this shiny ring. You think, hey, why shouldn't I have it? It's mine. And you reach out to grab. You grab the ring, and you're like, whoa, this is a cool ring. And then it kind of like not explodes in your hand, but it like poofs, and all the items kind of like poof, and like this smoke, and then these skulls like kind of like jut out and just like smash into everything within 30 feet of them of this happening. So everyone,
I guess that's all of us.
I think that's pretty much everyone here. You're all gonna, and you can fort save for half of this.
John, question. Is
Yeah.
this table within 30 feet of the loot pile?
Good question.
shot.
No, I don't think so though. But let's check. Oops.
Please don't make us harm these people.
No, it's not us. It's just Leyland.
I know, but I just figured. it
Yeah,
might
two
be
of these people will be in the range of this.
John, please decide if they are the humans or the elves.
It'll be one
In
human,
case
one
they
elf.
die.
One human, one elf.
Also, well, there's some things happening here, right?
Mhm.
So first of all,
Well, what's happening?
Well, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Well, the first thing is
First things first.
okay. No, I'm just confused by the effect, but that's all. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's hard to describe. It's like a skull. Like all of your things turn to skulls, and they just start like. So it's like a fort save because it's like you can't reflex out of it. They just start like just smashing at everything, and they're like these ethereal, kind of incorporeal skulls, like ghostly skulls that just like will pass through you, and do damage if you fail your fort save.
Yeah.
Well, you'll get half damage.
Ethereal, you say?
Well,
Yeah.
incorporeal, not ethereal.
I was gonna be like,
Yeah, I'm just the only thing is like there's a whole bunch of us in between where this effect originated and the NPCs. But if it's just like straight up 30 feet and it's just like a
Well, I guess technically it would be
Full-on
15 feet from the
15 feet radius.
Yeah, it's 30.
Then there's no way they're in range if the drawing is right that you showed us before, because the hallway was 15 feet wide that we could look into, and we couldn't see that from the table yet. So
That's right. Yes. So because it's not 30 feet, yes. So they will be out of the blast range, but all of
Okay.
you, I think, are well in it.
that's.
Megumi
that's
might
fine.
be outside because she's behind.
I
the
just don't want these poor people to get hurt.
Once he's
Yeah.
close.
Oh,
Okay. I'm not in the hallway. I'm standing at the entrance to the hallway. She's behind
Yes.
me, so she's closer to you guys.
Okay.
yeah. I think everyone's getting hit, but
Oh yeah, true. Then everyone's in it.
I think you all pass. So y'all will take half of that. And that is negative energy damage.
Wait, does my protection from Death Ward do anything for this? And how long does Death Ward last? Is it even
don't
still
know.
on?
No, Death Note is long gone. Like, most of your buffs, Whitney, should not be there. You should not have Bless, Haste, Fervor, Prayer, Death Ward.
Well, we haven't been in combat, so I didn't go through and, like, untick them all, okay?
Stop being
Jesus.
cringe, Christian. What the fuck?
But anyway, yeah, you all take half of that. It's negative energy damage. So it just kind of like blows through these skulls, blows through you. And the item pile is clearly was illusionaried. And you can see through the
only ones we
illusion.
have a life bubble and Hero's Feast, really.
Oh,
And the
we would've
protection from
been
energy.
immune to this if Death
True,
Ward was
on
still
that
on. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Triggered.
Alright, so first actions, are you guys just going to passively heal up with Megumi's thing? Or is anyone doing any channel
Well,
energy?
that would
or
So the
die.
first thing.
does anyone die from
So the
40
first
damage?
thing.
Well, no, if we passive heal up from her thing, she will just go unconscious real quick.
Well, yeah, it goes round by round. So, yeah, what does Megumi want to do first, I guess?
So it's 41 damage. Right?
40
40.
damage. If you all
40
say
damage.
Yeah.
13, 30, 27? Can you function, please?
All right, so first round,
And-
I think. Well, let's do the first. Let's just do it by round. So everyone will just heal 5, and you'll take 5. So you'll take 15. Everyone can heal 5, and then on your turn, you'll channel energy for everyone.
Yeah, so I'm channeling energy. Everyone should heal 31.
Including yourself.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm full.
Well, yeah, and then you get Faith Foundling. Okay, so maybe that just solves the issue right away.
Well, the other thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to wait. How many do I get with Fae Foundling? Let's see.
2 per dice, so you rolled 6 dice, so 12 extra hit points.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, that heals me back up to full.
Okay. Problem solved. A little quick channel. All right. So yeah, that happened. All the people on the table just, oh god!
And everybody now has protection from evil on.
Oh,
Love
okay.
that.
For 15 minutes.
All right. So
Yes.
yeah, now the pile is clearly an illusion.
I go like.
What is it hiding?
It was hiding a trap. But that's fine. Now you can look down that hallway. As I said, the pillar, and there's a bunch of doors. You can see 2 doors before the pillar on the right, and 2 doors on the left, or 1 door on the left. Christians detect secret things will ping a secret door on the left as well.
Secret door there.
I sigh. It's like,
Secret door.
No.
I really hope we find something that fights back now.
Do you guys want to walk
I mean,
forward
I
into
just-
the hallway, or?
Secret door first?
Secret door.
Is
So,
the
yeah.
secret door the first door on the left
No.
or the second door on
The
the
first,
left?
there's 2 sets of doors. Then a second set of doors. One on the left is a secret door, and there's 2 doors on the right and 1 door on the left. First, that you pass. They do not have visible locks on them.
Okay.
Are they real fake doors?
What's Felix?
Well,
Yeah,
my
so where are you
expert
going?
lock picking skills are not needed here.
Well, you know, we're going towards the secret door, but since it's not the first door on the left, I think
That's
I'm
right.
opening the first door on the left first. I'm like, you know, guys, it couldn't be
Look
that
for
every
traps
door
first,
we
don't
open here
just-
is horrible.
Well, I heard he opened the door, or she opens
Yep.
the door.
No!
Opens the door, and it looks to be
Sorry.
a pooper. There's like a plank of wood with a hole in the center.
Oh. I was like, what? What do you mean a
You can
pooper?
hear something shifting below there.
Probably an ooze.
Ah,
Ew.
they got some gelatinous waste disposal.
You found the toilet. Cool.
Uh-huh.
Anyone gotta
Well,
take a shit?
at least there's no smell. That's nice. And I close the door.
All right, and there's a door to your right now, on the right of the room. Well,
Can
I
we
guess it's
check
in front
this one for traps? Just to, you know.
Ooh, true. But I wanted to go
'Cause,
to
like-
the secret door first.
Yeah, secret door is just probably 10 feet further
It's
up.
just right next here.
Right
Can we
there.
just
But
do
okay.
the right one and just
just
so
go.
we like don't backtrack?
Sure.
Yeah. Someone can give me a perception to check for traps on the door.
Of course.
Go, Leyland.
You're confident there are no traps on this door.
You know, I don't
Bummer.
think there are any traps. I'm like 75% sure.
Alright, well. I
gonna
love
open
having
it.
a skill that is not useful.
You used it already.
Hmm.
So you open the door?
Yep.
You open the door, and in here is a large room. It's probably like 30 feet by 25 feet. Still short roof, but width-wise it's bigger. There's a big table. A big table, two chairs. There's some sprawled papers and scrolls on the table. And then you can tell it goes further south. It like opens up into like another bigger room that you can see. There's like a lit hearth.
Yeah.
And like a wooden rack that looks like it's like a torture rack. You put someone on, you can like crank it to like make them stretch. It looks like one of those. And then there's like a bunch of like tools on the table next to it.
You found the code to torture room.
Yeah, I think I turned to Atahia and I say, I think I found your book's living room.
Oh my god.
My book's living.
Yep. You know your
Facebooks. People
Facebook?
books.
The
I
head.
think you are torturers?
Well, I mean, it certainly looked like at least someone of
Maybe they
same
just had an
inclined.
interest in butchering.
Well,
It's not a butcher room, it's a torture room. Well, they are different.
I feel like we should check this room out later because there's so much to explore in here.
You're
And-
just fixated on the treasure room.
I'm so fixated on the secret door.
That's
I'll
okay.
just point
We
out
can
to
go the
Leyland how she
secret
opens
door.
it.
All right.
You go.
I
So you
hurried
close
towards
this
the secret
door.
and I hurriedly check over it for traps. I'm gonna roll with disadvantage because
We're not playing Fifi Felix.
I don't care. You know, I so hurriedly check it that I roll twice and take the worst result. 36.
This is to check for traps.
Yeah.
There appears to be no traps in this secret doorway.
Okay. I'm 100% convinced there's no traps, so I'm gonna try and figure out how to open it.
I will just point.
Okay. I press the secret button in the wall, whatever the fuck, right? I don't.
It's like, okay, so how do I... There.
Yeah, you find a secret stone that you kind of push in that will like lower the stone wall. That will reveal a table with a few items on it. But as the room becomes open to you, I'll use that same perception. You can notice that immediately, as the door opens and all of you kind of like, well, okay, where is everyone? Just so I know, as the door opens.
Doorway.
So Mountain
Behind
was
the
pointing
mountain.
where you're behind the mountain.
I'm like,
Yeah, I
Door.
mean, now I guess it's probably more like the mountain and Leyland right up front, because the mountain has to point out like how to open it to
Right,
Leyland.
okay.
Leyland's opening it,
just-
so it's probably like.
Okay, let me
mm,
just be
Megumi
careful when I said
behind.
doorway. If I could see the secret door from where I was standing before we entered the hallway, correct?
Yes.
So I will be able to just point it out from fucking there. Because
Sure. Would the
Can
mountain
you
just
point out
stand at the
how to
doorway and be like,
open?
"It's over there," or would he walk up and be like, "Here it is"?
I would prefer not having to squeeze myself into another fucking hallway currently if I don't have to.
Okay, so you're at
Bro,
the
you're gonna have to.
eventually.
Well, preferably I would like not to go to... Because it seems like the pillar will actually be the most annoying thing. So unless I will have to go in here, I will stay where the fuck
You
I
don't
am.
have to right now.
All right.
So yeah, you're there
Yeah.
pointing it out. So
I
where's Megumi and
guess-
Natsuya then?
Then I would be like near Leyland where I.
What about
been since
Megumi?
I've
Where's
been-
Megumi at?
I'm behind. I would be like a few feet behind the mountain.
If you're a few feet
Out of
behind
the
the mountain, you
doorway.
can't see what's happening. The mountain will be like blocking
Right.
the. So you're just chilling, waiting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm waiting because I figure if people need healing, then I'll.
Sure.
You
Okay,
know.
you're behind the mountain, and
screaming.
you hear the mountain pointing something out. Atahia and Leyland, you're there. You look at the mountain. He points to the
Megumi is
stone.
chilling with the people.
Sure. You push the stone that he told you about, and the door opens, and your perception kind of like goes off, almost not like spider sense, but your current perception, where you're like looking for traps. You don't hear any trap, but you notice. You feel. You yourself feel your heart just start to like tighten a bit, and you can note in your perception you can notice that Tahia feels like she like clutches her chest where her heart is, and you both have like this pain in your heart. I need a fort save as the door opens, and you immediately are met with this on this table a spectral form of a giant beating heart forms and just like boom boom starts like beat in front of you, and the two of you I need fort saves as you feel your hearts start to like beat the same pace as the heart as it starts to beat fast, and it's like giving you guys like a heart attack. So the fort save is failed. So you both are dazed and take 1d6 plus 2 of con drain. As you both are
Rain is the one I
experiencing...
potentially think can fucking kill you.
Well, let's roll the con drain.
Are you rolling one for
I'll roll.
both or
What do you guys
separate?
want? What do you guys want?
I don't care.
Separate is cool.
Alright, first one is Atahia. 3 con drain. Leyland, 7 con drain. As you feel your heart
Good, actually.
twitch. None of you are below 10 hit points or con of 0, right?
Nope.
Okay.
I might even be unaffected by this.
Oh.
Hold on.
Okay.
How would you be unaffected by it?
Specifically, creatures without hearts are immune to this. So I don't know if you...
Yes. That's not why it does do stuff to me, but less. I take less strain.
Okay. But for it seems like the
Okay, sorry. So you said 3 drain
yes,
for me.
and it looks like your heart will start to beat normally now. The spectral heart will fade away. You could tell if you had been rendered con of 0 or less than 10 hit points, you would have had a heart attack and potentially died. But you're both okay, it seems.
Fun! Ow!
But yeah, you had like a minor heart attack.
You're fine, it's being a baby.
But yeah, so the mountain, Megumi, you just hear them like kind of like I'm assuming both of them kind of like yell out for a moment, and the mountain just sees
Is
them like
everything okay?
mountain just sees them like clutch
Heart
their.
attack.
I'm guessing something interesting.
Maybe
Not
a
sure.
stroke to a smell burnt toast.
Fuck your secret doors.
You may just be overcooking your toast.
You open your secret doors next time, bro. I'm not up here anymore when we find your secret doors. This was bullshit.
True. But also there's stuff.
Yes.
I have not yet
Is
learned
there?
my lesson. Yes.
Yeah. Roll me a D100. Let's see how good of a thing there is here.
Aw,
59.
Just 10 more. It could have been 69. Alright. While you look that up, I will be back in like 1 minute.
Well, we haven't even taken a break. Why don't we all just take a quick 5-minute break,
Yeah,
use the
that's
washroom, and then I'll look at this up.
Perfect.
And in 50 minutes I will find out if I'm dead.
And break screen. we're back. And you guys have just
Guess who's back?
fought a heart attack for some items. What do you see in here? You see a thin pair of ruby crystals that are fit over, like it looks like you put them on over your eyes. It's like a little device to put over your eyes.
Aw.
You see
Can't use those.
you see a mantelpiece that like you wear over your normal clothing, and it has like all 12 of the gods like holy symbols imprinted over it.
I know who wants
Gumi
that.
item.
You see a polished piece of steel that's like a circular piece of steel. This is all on the table. And you see...
Is it steel or is it vibranium?
It's steel. It's like a thin piece of metal that's like a circle. It's like...
Oh,
you
not
put your
like a
hand through it.
shield?
No, it's not a shield. And then I think this is the last... Oh, no. 2 more things? No, 3 more things.
What's this?
You see cloth shoulder straps. I guess this wouldn't be on a table. It's probably on like a mannequin. It's just like cloth shoulder straps that have many pebbles stitched into them.
Okay.
And then you see a pair of shackles that have magical runes traced into them.
I want to steal up.
And then you see something that looks like a portable hole. But it has some strange markings on it. So it's clearly not a portable hole, but it looks very similar to what a portable hole would be.
Don't
Alright.
stick your partner in that.
Now I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna try and look at these things and try to identify them, right?
Yeah. So we don't need to go through the checks. If you guys want to just spend like 5 minutes here, we can just tell you what they all are.
Yeah, I think so.
As I shovel food to my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
What did you want to know first?
You know what?
Just go down the line.
I think, yeah, we're going down the line. I'm looking at the things and like they go on the eyes. I'm like, oh, I can't use that. Fuck.
You know those to be the Mind Master's eyes. On command, the wearer can use Charm Monster once per day. Or once per day you can use Dominate Person instead.
Like, anyone not using an eye slot yet?
I'm not.
I am, but I don't really
But
care
I don't
about
think
it.
that's really useful, but
Oh, you don't want to look into people's eyes and tell them what to do?
I mean,
Not being my shtick. Plus, I'm doing the party eye slot.
Okay, ready for the next one?
Yep.
You would know this to be a Mantle of Faith. So this is the garment with all the holy symbols on them. When worn over normal clothing, so this takes up the chest slot, it'll grant damage reduction 5, overcome by evil, to the character wearing it.
Dank.
well, I already have something in my chest slot that's actually probably a little bit more helpful.
Mantle of Faithful Vessel.
You know, I
Well,
technically
that was-
have something in my chest slot, but I'm not really using it all that much. I could wear this and overcome my own DR.
Oh, right, yeah, we get affected by Bless for a minute.
Yeah, I forgot about that when I was doing the channels earlier, but we would all have been affected by bless
Bless,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it only lasts a minute, so like it really doesn't do anything. Unless like it's in combat.
Alright, you guys let me know when you're ready for the next one. You guys can deal them out later. Just make sure someone's writing them down.
I'm ready. Yeah, I'll do that later.
Alright, next one is the steel circular thing. It's a halo. When placed, it's a halo of menace. When placed over the head, This halo of shimmering polished steel floats above it, though it still takes up the head slot. This halo constantly radiates 20 feet radius aura from its wearer. Any hostile creature within its aura must succeed a will save or take a -2 on all attack rolls, saving throws, and AC for the next 24 hours, or until it hits the wearer with an attack or damages it with spell or spell-like ability. Chaotic creatures take a -2 on this saving throw. A creature that has resisted or broken the effect of this will be resisted for 24 hours. It is a mind-affecting effect.
Oh my god, guys, I can finally become the Angel of Death.
I'm so confused. What was this?
Halo of
A
Menace.
Halo of Menace.
Oh, it's a head item.
Yeah, slot
I don't
head.
wear a head item yet.
More like the Cupid of Death, because you fly around and you have a bow.
Kinda true.
Ready for the next item?
Yep.
So this is the cloth shoulder straps. These you would know would take up this shoulder slot. Wings of the Gargoyle. The wearer of the straps can command them to unfurl a pair of wings made of hard gray stone. They grant the user fly speed of 60 feet with average maneuverability. These wings are present. When these wings are present, your skin also takes a noticeable stone-like appearance, and you gain DR10 adamantine. The wearer can furl and unfurl these wings as a swift action. The wings can be used for up to 5 minutes each day. Their duration need not be continuous, but it must be used in 1 minute increments.
It's cool. Some cool shit.
Fucking dope.
Indeed.
We could put it on the mountain, and then everybody would have a way to fly.
I would much rather walk
Or-
around with a +5 cloak, sorry.
Yeah, I'll take that. Instead of my bat. It'd be a gargoyle instead.
Yeah.
The
Fucking
next
cool.
one are the shackles. You would know these to be dimensional shackles.
Yes.
They take up the wrist slot. These shackles have magical runes, blah, blah, blah. Any creature bound with them are affected by a dimensional anchor, as if it were cast on them with no save. They fit any small to large creature. The DC to break or slip out of them is 30.
I almost, that's almost a Pokeball. I'm almost
True.
happy with that.
It is a Pokeball.
They aren't inside of it, they're just kind of scared.
Yeah, you just can't teleport away, which a lot of high-level creatures do. All right,
Yeah.
and the last item that has runes traced all over this bag. It's a strange interdimensional device. Looks like a portable hole, but it's not. It's a well of many worlds. Anything placed
I love
within
this
it
item.
is immediately cast to another world, a parallel world, another planet, or a different plane chosen randomly. If the well is moved, it opens to a new plane, also randomly determined. It can't be picked up, folded, or rolled, just as a portable hold can be. Oh, it can be. It can be picked up, folded, or rolled, just like a portable hold can be. Objects from the world of wells touches can come through the opening just as easily. It is a two-way portal.
Yep, but only if it's open.
Yes, and right
So
now
if
it
you
would
fold
be
it up,
closed.
It's inert.
Right now it would be closed.
And this thing does not, as far as I know, does not have an issue being in a bag of holding, which is good.
Yes, I think that's only. Wait, I don't know.
It's only a portable hold because you're putting one kind of specific extra-dimensional storage into another.
Yeah, I think it specifies which.
There's
one.
like specific interactions between bags of holding and portable holes.
Okay. And yes, these are all these items that you can find in this room.
So the Halo is the interesting one. I mean, on me, it will just be active on the shit that decides to fight us unless it goes up in melee with one of you guys, I guess.
But I want it.
I mean, do you
That's-
want it
that's
because
my
it usually, or do you just want it because you are the klepto?
No, I want it because it's cool.
I want the Well of Many Worlds.
Nice.
I will do great things with it.
Very good.
I would trust you with that one more than I would Leyland at least.
Wow.
Damn.
The only one that I also actually would care about it would be the Halo, just because, well, that makes sense. Melee, hopefully shit will get within 20 feet of me.
Yeah, but what if they like can't
Yeah, that is
hit? Like, I don't know, like, are they gonna be like, oh, fuck this thing and go for the squishies?
I mean, hopefully you guys stay like near me so I can actually protect you. Felix
Well,
is the
that's
only
not
one that
always
doesn't
feasible.
do that. True.
Sometimes we have to be farther away or do things, or
Yeah, and Leyland
we
is the
can't
one that
always
will...
be your shadow.
I'm fairly sure I'm the weakest in the group, so that sounds really bad.
I don't think that's true.
Okay, strength-wise, yes, but let's be honest here. Can you all... Sorry, Megumi... At this point, you have spells that can just fucking take my mind over, don't you?
Me? I don't have any mind affecting magic.
Okay,
I
so
don't
maybe
think.
Megumi's the only one that can't kill me in 1v1 then.
I mean, I could chains of light you.
Okay, there we go then. So, never mind.
Yeah, but you can hit us really hard.
Felix, you get to 60 feet in the air. What the fuck am I gonna do with you?
Fortnite dance.
Cool. All of you can fly. Yes, I will hit you. Get within 20 feet of me, please, I beg.
Sounds like a skill issue. Like a skill issue that a Halo could solve.
I zoom around on my carpet.
Whatever. You want the Halo? Take the Halo.
I want the Halo. I want it bad. It's the only thing I want.
I'm sad that we don't have an orc in the party that we could give the wings to.
True.
I've heard this saying, "When pigs fly."
That is racist. think.
Jesus.
The fuck?
I mean, a lot of times orcs are portrayed
Yeah, are
as
portrayed as
pigs.
I know.
Cat.
Cat's very good quality.
Yeah, so anything within 20 feet of you must make will saves from now on that are hostile.
Yes. Now I too am radioactive.
Oh yeah, I'll open the portable world. Here, do you need to like dump off any radioactive waste?
Ooh.
Until it hits the weapon and attack or damage it with a spell.
Not currently. The snake's still in the other room.
Oh my god.
Should probably close that before something comes through.
Yeah, I roll it back up.
All items dispersed or whatever gathered up. Do you want to press on, or what else are you guys doing here?
Yes, I do believe so.
So
I'm
yeah,
still-
checking out
what-
this place.
How many doors left?
so yeah, you briefly looked into. You saw the bathroom. You found the hidden door, and then the first door on the right you looked into. It clearly was some like torture chamber thing. And now you have one more door that's across from the secret door that is
Yeah.
closed.
I'm just gonna open the torture chamber room again just to give a quick gander. Is there another way out of there obvious that I can see, or is it just one room that we can check out? Then we're gonna do that next.
There doesn't appear to be,
Nope.
at a quick glance, there doesn't seem like there's another way out of that area.
Yeah. Then I think.
Okay, one thing I will do. I will enter the torture room and look around, John.
Well, that's what we're doing now. That's what I'm trying to say. We're checking that room out next.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
do go
but
back
if
and
I'm
you want
staying
to check
in
it
the
out.
hallway, then that
Yeah.
doesn't matter for me, so...
Yes, you can find or detect a secret door.
Yeah, had a feeling.
It's in the back of where the stretching rack is,
Oh, goddamn, I hate
Where
that
the-
door there, Leyland. Go do your thing.
where the hearth is. There's like a
Okay.
a secret small door that was kind of like, it would almost be like hidden from sight, but the magic from the goggles kind of like show you the outline of it. But it would be very hard to see otherwise.
I'm guessing the torture room is also just fucking small, right? So I can't stand in there, you know.
You can stand in, but you'd have to squeeze. But you can fit in.
Yeah.
So who's in here? Just Leyland's going to check it out, or where's everyone else?
I am staying back from this one unless they tell me
I'm-
there's a trap that needs to be dealt with.
Yeah, I'm guessing I'm in the torture room to even see the hidden door, so I'm guessing I'm in the room at least.
Sure.
I mean, I'm in the torture room. I'm just not within 30 feet of the secret door, if possible. I don't know how big
Love
the
that.
room is.
I'm playing Cat's Cradle.
Where are you playing Cat's Cradle?
Back out, just outside of the room.
Are you going to receive a trash Felix, or are you just going to open it?
Of course I will, you know. Let's take a look. Just rolling normally again, because my loot gland has been sufficiently sated once again. It's just like, oof.
Yeah, so when you get closer here... You definitely can tell that this area, as you get closer, is trapped. And it's not a normal trap. It is similar to that heart attack thing you found, which, if you guys weren't clear, was a haunt. So there clearly is another type of haunt here protecting this door.
Do your thing, Felix. You now only have a use for it.
We actually have a
Watch
way
this,
to.
nerds. I open the bag of holding. And I take out the haunt siphon.
What does this thing do again? I'm
It
assuming it siphons
destroys
the haunt,
haunts.
but
Yeah.
does it just auto-disable it? I don't remember what it does.
No, it deals a certain amount of damage, and if that damage would, like, destroy, if it's enough damage to destroy the haunt, then, the haunt is basically deactivated for
Or the kind of
X
the
amount
haunt
of
needs to
time.
be present, as in, like, in its physical form?
There
Let's
we go.
just read it.
Blah,
Cool
blah, blah.
down.
You need only twist the metal casings to open the vial at the same round the haunt manifests. As a standard action, this can be done before or after the haunt has acted. You must be within the haunt's area of influence to use the haunt siphon. When you activate the haunt siphon, it deals energy damage to a single haunt. It deals enough damage to the haunt to reduce the haunt's hit points to 0. The mist inside the haunt siphon glows green, and then it becomes a haunt siphon
Excuse me.
grenade. Gesundheit.
How many of these do you have? Thank you.
Hmm?
How many of these do you have?
Well, those are haunt siphons, and I have 2 of those, and there's also the jar of haunt siphoning, which is like
The
the
hell is this?
reusable thing. Du-du-du-du. Yeah, it's essentially the same thing, just reusable. With a 1d4 round cooldown.
I see. When you start, like, damaging it, though, does it trigger the haunt?
Well, this jar of haunt siphoning I can only do on active haunts,
Oh, I see.
I believe.
Okay.
I mean, both
other
the
one-
haunt has to be, like, triggered, right? So,
I don't know. I think with the
I guess I
siphon, it
think
says
the
it can be
other-
used without it being triggered, I thought.
No, the other one.
No, I
just
thought
have
it
to be
says
in
when the
haunt's
haunt.
area.
Oh, I thought it said, like, when on the round the haunt, like, activates or something. It said that in the wording.
Not the second one. In the second one, it says something like that. And the second one does.
Yeah, this can be used before and after the haunt has acted.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just when it's acted, but it has to manifest. So when he's right, the first one says it has to manifest. But you can do it
Yeah.
before it's done anything. Like, it manifests and then you use
Yeah.
it.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, the point is that you know there's a haunt there. You somehow, like, you're ready to do your haunt siphon. You make the haunt manifest, and then you siphon. And I guess
Okay.
you hope that one does enough, or you have two people, like maybe one person using the reusable and one person using
Yeah.
the.
So I would just say that these were given to you to solve those minor things in that
exactly.
town. Here, you're confident that this one is probably a formidable haunt that was probably deliberately placed here to stop people from going in here, made by a void dragon. So it probably has a lot of HP, is what I'm getting at. So it's up to you how you want to deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm not even sure of any other ways to deal with haunts.
Technically,
'Cause-
the way that you
Hmm.
are supposed to get rid of a haunt is by fulfilling whatever
Yeah.
like the haunt is there for. So it depends on like it's unique to every haunt because every haunt is essentially if you imagine some sort of spiritual manifestation of something
Yeah.
horrific that happened here, and there's some specific outcome that if you make that outcome occur, it like gets rid of the haunt. So it can vary from haunt to haunt, but like say you come across like I don't know, like a corpse that's like being hung, right? And maybe the haunt is once it manifests, it like makes you feel like you're being hung. Like maybe the way to completely disengage and remove that haunt is by like cutting down, like being able to like actually cut the person down who like got hung, you know, something like that. So that's the problem is it's like there is like actual ways within Pathfinder to completely disable a haunt, but it's so hard to figure out because you have to know what caused the haunt, and then it's kind of like a guessing game of trying to be like what will satisfy the like haunt to
Yeah,
make it.
I think it makes
be
sense
gone.
that in character, Atia's explaining this. She's a witch. She knows weird shit. And I always very disliked haunts just because there's no way to like figure that stuff out. But I'll say because you guys are working together, you're magical, you detect magic, you got a witch here, she taps into the ethereal and all that nonsense. You guys can get like a hint of what this is about. So you can definitely tell that this is a haunt in this room is about a torturer who did something here. And usually a haunt is created by someone's like horrific death. So clearly the haunt is here from someone dying terribly from this torturer. You're confident if you
So
trigger this
explain.
haunt, you will probably fight ghostly creatures until you either satisfy the haunt condition or you will do your haunt siphon stuff.
Can you explain the torture devices and stuff that were in this room again? I know you said that there's like a stretcher.
Stretching rack, and then there's like there's like miscellaneous torture tools, a scalpel, pliers, just like random
Some
assortment
documents.
of tools on the table.
Yeah. And you said also have a bunch of documents on the middle table, right? It's a bunch of data.
Yes, back in another room, in the first room. There's two rooms here. There's one big room that not big room. There's a room you come into that had a table with chairs and a bunch of scrolls and documents on it. Then you go further into the next room, and that's the torture area. There's like a stretching rack, blah blah blah. That's where the secret door is. A hearth that's lit on fire. There's like a small cabinet. The drawers are like open, nothing in them really.
Yeah, I mean, like out of character, I don't know if this would do anything, but I think like Atahia would like go to the like torture equipment and like lay her hands on like the stretcher and like think in her mind to the ethereal, like asking to see or have a sense of how this person died or something, or like what occurred.
Don't you have a spell that's like legend lore that maybe would be helpful here?
Yeah, Do I have it prepared though? I don't have it prepared, unfortunately, because it's not, very combat-y.
Do you have available spells in that slot?
Yes.
Your patron will allow you to sacrifice a slot to use this spell if you so wish.
Okay. I will get rid of Ectoplasmic Eruption, which is my patron spell
Okay.
for that
level.
that level. And
Get a vision. Yes. You place your hand on the torturing rack and thinking of the haunt and siphoning its energies and thinking about this torturing rack as you place a hand on it, you get a vision of the creature that is the source of this haunt that horrifically died here. It's an orcish woman. You can just get a flash of her final moments of being stretched out on this rack with this maniacal laughing of this torturer above her as he's struggling to make the last crank as she's screaming out in pain as her bones snap and flesh gets pulled. You get the strong vision that setting her free would end this haunt. And the spell kind of ends and you come back to yourself.
set her free. How can we set a ghost free here, or a tortured spirit?
The gal.
I mean, that's just the very simple one, which I don't know if it's that. Go back and just open the orc woman's cage so it's no longer closed.
There was an orc lady in the entrance area that was shackled up.
And that might legitimately just open that, and that is setting the spirit free.
Because we saw the bodies there, but they were just like, they weren't skeletons yet, right? Like they still looked like
yeah, they had
people,
like flesh
but,
on them, but they were very like skinny. You could see their rib cages and stuff. They were like,
Did like the woman in my vision match kind of what that corpse looks like? Ish? Like a skinny, emaciated version?
yeah, I would say you probably think so, but maybe your character. I don't know how many orcs you've come across. Maybe they all look alike. Who knows? You would think so. You think it looked similar.
Okay.
Well,
How do we think is the best way to truly set her spirit free, though?
Bury the corpse, burn the corpse. Doing something about getting it out of here.
Respectful destruction of the remains tends to do it. I would think.
Is there a knowledge check to see what orcs would prefer for burials?
You guys could have colloquially heard that orcs usually do cremation, like they burn their dead and they die honorably in combat and stuff. They burn them on like a fire or whatever. Whatever you call those things when they put the body on those like
Pyre.
Pyre.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that is easy enough. I mean, I don't expect anything crazy to happen, so I'll tell the group, like, give me a minute, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I should be able to disable this in a minute or two.
Can I say like a prayer over the corpse, maybe?
Yeah, you can come with me and do that. I was thinking of
Okay.
also giving her my own little sort of prayer-esque. So we'll backtrack back to the cages of the
Have
people who
the
are
awkward
dead.
conversation with the people.
Be like, hey, we're not actually leaving yet. Hold on. Just gotta, like, go back to
What?
these women back here a little bit.
You're not really leaving, right? You wouldn't lie to us, right?
No, I promise. I'm not leaving.
There's only two of us. See, there's only two of us.
Okay.
I'll just get out of the fucker room and just stand in the hallway again. Well, not the hallway, in the bigger room again, so I can actually stand.
So I'll go find the cage that had the orc woman.
Mm-hmm.
Detect magic. Is there anything on these bars?
No.
So I'm confident that there's... I guess I'll do detect poison as well, just to make sure that there's no lingering poison on these.
No, it seems like there's no magic or poison on these.
Okay. Is it locked?
No. I think all of these are unlocked at this point. Or left open.
Okay. I will open her cell.
Mm-hmm.
And, I guess I'll try to, she's shackled, right? Or
Yeah. There's like these metal shackles that have her like tied up to the wall. So she's like hunched over, I guess, or whatever.
I'll unshackle her.
How? They are locked manacles.
So I will disable them.
Alright, so you
Unlock them.
give me a disabled device.
You want one check or two?
One. We'll do it. Can you nat one on disabled device? I don't think so, right? Is there no special
Can't nat
stipulation?
one a skill check, no. As long as it, like, meets the...
I didn't know if there's a special stipulation for disabled device.
I think there's some you can nat one, but this is not one of them.
Okay. Then yeah. You
I
pop
don't
open.
think you could nat one any skill check. Like, there wasn't, like, a nat one thing on any skill check. It's just, saves and attacks and stuff. I don't think skill checks
double
have, like,
checking.
a...
Sometimes they have like a special carve out when things go wrong. Okay, so yeah, your check is high enough, and you pop open the manacles.
Okay.
What was your plan after you do? Because she'll just like fall. Do you want to like catch her, or do you want?
Yeah, I would, you know, try to catch her body or tell, like,
Yeah,
Megumi
Megumi's
to,
there
like,
with you.
be
She
ready
can-
to help, like, catch her body.
Yeah, you guys can.
My thought process is we, like, catch her and then try to, like, slide her body down flat so that we can put it in like a dignified pose for burning her corpse.
Sure.
To where at least she's not, like, chained or locked. And
Does her corpse have any kind of like indication of which gods that maybe she served?
No.
No.
It looks like she's been stripped of any possessions. She has like just some tattered cloth covering her up, but otherwise nothing on her.
Okay.
Yeah, you can pose her however you wish.
sure. And then I'll just ask Megumi, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, and I will use a spark flame magic to set her corpse on fire.
All right.
And I'm offering like prayer / last rites, that kind of thing. You know, asking for no to receive her spirit, whatever.
Yeah, you can even like do some sort of like prayer and combination of you lighting the body with your magic. And over this time in the other room, I imagine Leyland. Sorry?
There's something I also wanted to do while, like, after Megumi finishes her prayer, just because I don't want to, like, interrupt Megumi's stuff while the body is still burning. I will also just like make a small, like, cut on my hand and, like, drip some of my blood onto her burning corpse and say my own little thing, which is, you know, promising her that I promise to the ethereal, if I come face to face with your torturer, I will make sure their life is ended in respect for yours.
Yeah, you can say this as you drip blood into the flames. And
You know what would be funny? If the torches the maids was now a book.
in the other room, Leyland is constantly just detecting the magic, seeing this haunt, and within this like 10 minutes, I think that this happens. You can see the magic, the haunt of whatever that clued you into it starts to siphon away and dissipate.
They're doing it.
And
You
then
know, I really hope they bury and burn the other 5 corpses up there too. Would be really like weird and awkward to just do one.
Well, only do 4 of them.
We can do the others on our way back out.
Yeah, I know.
I will specifically like comment that on our like to Megumi that on when we're done
Yeah.
here we should stop back and do the rest as well. But for
Yeah.
now,
I agree.
get back to the rest of the party so we're separated for the least amount of time as possible.
Yeah, I think the smell of burning a body starts to fill the area here. And eventually, when you're confident the fire is going to take care of the rest, you make your way back to the rest of the party, and the magic that you can clearly sense for the haunt is dissipating, and after a few moments it completely dissipates and is no longer present.
Cool. Okay, well, I think that's that for this part. Now I'm almost. Yeah, I guess I think that heart attack did a little bit of brain damage as well.
Yeah.
Because for half a second I felt like sad that I'm not gonna know what the haunt was gonna be.
Oh,
You know, like I missed out on an experience.
I mean, I don't think you want to experience that.
You know, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
I'd rather not have to deal with another haunt. That first one
Okay,
was
let's
enough
keep
for me. Okay. So yeah, I guess what we opened this area.
Yes,
now,
just want to make sure where everyone is when this gets opened. Is the mountain at the door pointing it out, or this room you can...
Have to be in the room else I can't fucking point it out.
True,
In this
you
case.
do have to be, at least in the first room. You don't have to be in the second room.
I will just be in the first room.
Alright, you're in the first
Pointing
room,
out that.
pointing out
There
the
you go,
stone they
Leyland.
need to push. Where's everyone else?
30
Well, I
feet
am
away
going.
from the door, glaring at the mountain.
Yeah, like I'm probably about 30 feet away.
I'll open it if she doesn't want to.
I want to.
Alright, so Megumi and Eti are 30 feet back from the secret door,
Yeah.
and Leyland's right up there just pushing the button.
Yes.
You push similar to the other one, and the stone kind of goes down, and for a brief moment you get a
I feel like a heart
flash.
attack.
No, you get a flash of this hooded figure just like reaching out at you, and then just like disappears. But in front of you is a small little alcove with a wooden little like platform that you can see a crystal ball on like four pegs, and beside it are 2 skulls that are carved from ebony, and one has its mouth like closed with like not stitches but like staples or something, like metal staples into the skull. And the other one has like this wicked wild red tongue that's just like flailing out of it. So there's 2 of these skulls. They're all on these like little pedestals, and then I guess in the middle is the crystal ball, and there's 2 skulls on either side of it. One has like the staples, and one has like the tongue that's like a fleshy red tongue.
Yeah, that's real creepy. I like that. So we found their palantir.
And yeah, all of these items like, immediately once the stone
Yeah.
blasts you with magic. The skulls radiate moderate evocation. The crystal ball moderate divination.
Well, I mean, there's just one thing to do for me here.
Take the ball.
I'm gonna not get blinded by the loot since I already, you know, I just got a good looting session in, so I'm not as instantly eager to run in there and pick everything up that doesn't, you know, that wants to be in my bag. So I will take some time to look around. It's like,
So
Okay,
the door closed, and it's just a little alcove that it's like a little shelf. So you just all you can do is like reach in with your hand and grab them. There's no like stepping in or.
You know what?
But you can still perceive and.
No,
but yeah, you can just.
No, I changed my mind. They're close enough. I'm just like yoink.
Okay, so which one do you grab first?
I'm grabbing the crystal ball first because that one seems obvious.
Does anything happen when you touch this?
I would love for it to.
No. It looks like it only does things when you use it. So yeah, you grab the crystal ball, put it in.
Yoink.
Which skull are you grabbing first?
I'll take the one that has the tongue out first.
Okay, you take the one with the tongue out first, put it in the bag.
Yeah.
All right, and then you get the other one.
Yeah.
When you grab the other one, you feel everything goes super quiet while you before you were hearing like things ruffling around, and then when you grab it, just like complete like silence, and then you're like, oh, and then you like put it in the. And once you put it in and close the bag, I'm assuming you're putting it in a dimensional bag.
Yes.
Then yeah, once you like put it in the bag, then everything the ambient sounds like come back.
Cool. Perfect. That's interesting. I'm just gonna put those 3 things in miscellaneous, I guess, or something, unless you have a name or.
Yes, the skulls are called dark skulls.
Okay.
You're unsure what spell is on them, but it may be pretty obvious from that description. One of them, at least.
Yeah. Well, one of them I would know. The other one I don't know yet, I guess.
Yeah, and then the other one is a crystal ball, magical crystal ball, but it has a type that you're unaware of yet until you try to use it, I guess. Or does it say you have a way to know? So well known of these types. A character can use a magical ball over the virtual distance. Crystal balls have additional powers that can use the crystal ball on the target viewed. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know unless you try, and then you would have that ability. You would, I guess.
Cool.
Oh.
Because there's just for everyone who's wondering, there's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 types. One that gives you detect thoughts while you're scrying on someone, or true seeing, telepathy, or see invisibility. So it potentially is one of those.
Or it could just be a normal one.
Or it could just be a regular one. Spoiler alert, it's one of the special ones.
Oh my god, that's great.
Unless you want to identify, do you just want to end stream end session here then?
Yeah, if everyone has... I think this is a good time to stop here if you guys want. We did start a little bit late, so I could run more, but I know people wanted to go, so if everyone wants to end now, we can end now.
I mean, we can do a little bit more. It depends on how much left there is here, right? I would say. In this place.
Yeah, I think we can kind of end when we get to, I guess, there's probably a little bit of combat that happens. So yeah, we can just get to that point and then we'll cut it there. So maybe another 5-ish minutes. If everyone's okay with that?
Perfect.
Yeah, fine with me.
Alright, so you collect the items. The mountain, I guess you kind of see briefly him put these objects in the bag. Oh, I guess everyone 30 feet away. Yeah, everyone kind of sees this. I don't know if you guys have questions or you don't care. You just keep moving on.
I know Lena wants to shut that bag. I just stop giving a shit. Leyland does what Leyland wants.
If something ever happened to Leyland and we just opened the bag, there's just all this shit in there.
Oh yeah, there is. You have no idea.
Like, I half joke about the klepto thing, but I also mean it.
Just for the fun of it, John, just open the bag of holding and look inside.
Oh my god.
The bag type 2.
Like, I'm honestly just constantly wondering, when the fuck is this thing just going to implode? Because of pure volume.
Well, no. Value is not the thing that makes it
No,
explode.
volume.
Oh no. No, it's fine.
Oh my god. The game's like
I
lagging
told you
when I open this up.
Jesus. Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, it's good, bottomless bag of useful things.
Indeed.
Potentially useful things.
And that potential is why I live.
Alright, so you
What I
guys
exist for.
are confident you... Well, I don't know if you guys want to just grab all these papers. I don't think you have time to sit here and read them. You can
Yeah,
grab them up
I'm-
if you want. There's random writings on
I
it.
think it's just a quick like look over skim, see if there's anything obvious and interesting that we can glean from it real quick. If not,
I'll probably grab it all.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can grab it all, but at first quick glance, the only thing of
I
like,
like kind of
im-
stuff.
yeah, just add it to your character sheet. Just say scrolls and parchments from torture room, so I remember what that is.
Okay.
And yeah, just at first glance, the things that are just immediately obvious without spending any time looking through it is you just see like there are details on like anatomy and things like this. You probably come across one that just like hit like certain notations like, oh, this point caused extra pain or whatever. Just seems like his notation on like improving his torture methods.
he had passion for the craft.
So yeah, you guys can gather that up
Call
and
it that.
proceed forward. So before you pass the column, there's one more door that you haven't opened,
Door.
and then past the column there are no more doors, but you haven't gone past the column. But at this point, if you go up to the door that's left on the right, you can actually just see look around the column, and there is just like an open archway that you can walk through that goes further.
I will push the observe door button. I have observed the door.
Yeah, there are no traps on this door, and it's unlocked. You can just open it up, and then as you like look inside, there's clearly just like a bunch of benches and tables. It looks like this is like where people that were here at once would eat, or the guards or something. It just looks like a big hall for eating. Not a hall. It looks like a big room for eating. You just see like some old food
Dining room.
and stuff on yeah.
You know, we found a whole bunch of not guards for there being a whole bunch of guard facilities. so far.
True. Do you want to
But I'm
investigate
sure
this room
that's
any
not
further?
foreshadowing anything at all. So, I think we should just keep going, right?
Yeah, you do a quick
Yep.
check. You have your magic eyes on still. No magic. Doesn't look like there's anything interesting in here. You close the door or leave it, whatever you want to do. And you can all proceed forward. And as you go forward, there's that archway, as I mentioned, past the column. And you guys can look through the archway. I'm assuming Leyland is leading. And immediately after the archway, you can see that there's a probably like 10 feet, and then it's like a big stone wall. And then on the left, there's a big double doors that are closed, metal doors that are closed. And on the right, there's a smaller, just normal wooden door as the rest you've seen.
Well, I feel like we should check the smaller one first.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't need a spam perception check, so just keep you have a good perception. You check it out, no traps. It's unlocked. You can open it up. You look inside, and there is a large piano on the left. That's just sitting there. It looks dusty. Probably no one's touched it in a while. And in the corner of the room, there's a small bookshelf. There's no magic books on it. Doesn't seem. There are some books. They're cobweb, dusty. There's only like a few. It's not like jam-packed. There's just like a few here and there. And then on the right of the room, so that was like the left side of the room, then you look to the right, and there's just like a little half wall, and then like on the side, it looks like it's like a storage area. There's a bunch of crates and wooden shelves, and there are a bunch of weapons. None are gleaming magic, so they just look like common. There's like swords and spears and stuff. They look rusted, old, cobwebbed.
Okay. Well, Leyland is not a musician. Otherwise, that's just prime playing target. Just a random dusty, creepy
I don't
piano
know,
in a
that
dungeon. I love that.
Screams haunt or something to me.
So yeah, I guess you guys just close the door or leave it.
It just starts playing Phantom of the Opera, on its own.
I mean, I'll just take my head in and just look. If I see nothing, I see nothing with the eyes.
I mean, well, yeah, no secret doors or anything.
Yeah. Doesn't
Anyway.
know.
Yeah, so to your left are these big double metal doors. These are like a large sized creature could fit through one of these doors. So each door is like, the doors are huge.
You know,
Okay,
Mountain?
so this is actually a ceiling where I can stand.
Yes, in this arch, once you go through this archway, you're not squeezing anymore. You're like
Oh,
able
thank
to.
fuck.
I almost feel like you should open this door. It's
Wow,
like
really?
calling
What
to
makes you think that, Leyland?
I don't know. I'm a little bit sizist sometimes.
Yeah, as you look at it, no magic, and there's actually no handle, or any way to like seem like pull it open. It looks like maybe you have to like push it open.
Oh, I will go up to the door and then I will just wait.
You go up to the door and you wait.
Yep.
Bush.
Nothing seems to happen.
Well, I'm looking at the party.
You look at the party behind you.
Leyland's the one doing the checks right now. Look at her.
I'll use the percent. Yeah, no
Fine.
traps, no nothing.
Cool. I'll be 5 feet away from the door and then I'll just put my hand on it. And I'll push.
Not
Nothing.
budging. It just feels
Nope.
like something is like blocking it. Like it's like not even like it's locked. It just feels like must be something like behind the door that's like not even making the door budge a bit. Like something's blocking it or something.
It,
You good?
Locked or blocked or something.
It's a pocket door which just slides.
Okay. Well then, should I open it if you can't do it?
Sure.
I go over to the door.
Yeah.
I take out a small chime.
oh yeah, I
Hmm.
forgot we had that.
What is it?
Chime
On
of
the door.
opening.
What does it do?
Yep. Chime of opening.
Can you link it or I don't remember what this does.
Of course.
I don't remember exactly what it does either.
There it is.
Functions
Chime
kind of
opening.
like that.
Opening.
When struck, it's
A chime
causes
of opening
loss.
functions. Okay. When struck, it sends forth magical vibrations that cause locks, lids, doors, valves, and portals to open. The device functions against normal bars, shackles, chains, bolts, and so on. A chime of opening also automatically dispels a hold portal spell or even an arcane lock cast by a spellcaster of lower than 15th level. The chime must be pointed at the item or gate to be loosened or opened, which must be visible and known to the user. The chime is then struck and a clear tone rings forth. The wielder can then make a caster level check against the lock or binding, using the chime's caster level in place of her own. Blah 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 blah. The DC is equal to the disabled device DC to open the lock or binding. Each sounding only opens one form of the lock. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. It's,
But I mean, there might not be even any check related to it. It's just
yeah, you
if
feel like
there's-
they like shudder a bit and then just like stay there.
oh well. I might just be barricaded from the other side, and I guess that's too much for the chime.
Alright. It's you said it's metal, John?
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if I can really get the density of metal by knocking on it. Don't think that's technically a thing.
Kind of is.
But
You
I'll-
get how thick it is at least.
yeah, I'll try and like knock on and see if I can get a thickness out of him.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Excuse me.
Gives them
Bless
pep.
you.
Thank you. I don't know why I'm sneezing.
Also,
so
when
much.
they shudder, did it seem like they shuddered like go upwards or like just like over?
Forward, they look like they were trying to jet open, but something's like clearly stopping.
Oh,
them.
towards me? So
No,
it seems like they actually
toward
also.
the outside, like toward away from.
Oh,
you.
okay. Okay.
Blah, 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 blah. Where is it here? Metal. Iron or steel? We'll go with that. It's probably like 2 or 3 inches thick. It's pretty thick. That you estimate.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
Probably more on the 3-inch side.
I don't think that's thin enough for me to just break down. I got nothing.
Yeah, like like metal only has a hardness of 10, so you could just smash through it eventually. So what you'll find out is after like a few minutes of you just like using your hammer, I think Mountain probably does this because he has a fucking hammer or whatever. After like smashing in the metal a bit, you'll break away a piece and you'll see there's like literally just like stone behind it.
Oh, there you go then.
And you're intelligent characters. You can surmise that someone has magically made a stone wall behind it. Because you can tell the stone doesn't match the stone around here.
Yeah.
Anyone have stone shape?
Did not. I don't
have the
believe
wand
spell
either.
magic helps against the magically conjured stone wall.
And yeah, so you could just brute force this. The mountain could just keep... Because stone only has a hardness of 8 and 15 HP per inch of thickness. So with just time and effort, you can just smash through here. I just don't want to assume you're doing that because obviously you're going to make a lot of noise. And you're just going to be sitting there doing that for a bit. So if anything's behind there, they're going to have time to do stuff. I mean, they've already heard you break the metal, but maybe there's even more time here for the stone.
Fuck it.
So you're just going to stand here and just smash the stone?
No. No. I got something. I have a 4th level version of that prepared still.
Did you sell that staff of pass wall or whatever that you had? I thought you had that at some point.
Yes. Rather than sell, we...
you exchanged it for when you were doing the staff magus thing, I think, or something.
Yes.
Anyway, elemental body 1. So what is this going to get you? You take a small earth elemental?
I would take the form of an earth elemental, please.
And you gain the ability to earth glide, which I forget what that... I think you can just pass through...
Yes.
Can you pass through stone?
Yeah, I believe so.
Can you just verify that? Because that's kind of...
Stone, dirt, and almost every other sort of earth.
So you just want to just go through the door or the wall?
Well, I have also the push ability.
Mm-hmm.
So...
What's that do?
Let's just check on earth elementals. Because they might just have stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, no, wait.
If you can't find it quickly, just tell me what you want to do, and I think it's fine. What you want to do.
I would assume that an earth elemental, right? Being part earth and being able to glide through earth, manipulate earth, would much more easily like shape the rock or push it away. And
all right, so everyone could get through. Okay, so we'll say after like about 10 minutes or so, the mountain has cleared enough of this metal out of the way that it's like a doorway where you all could fit through, if it weren't for the stone. Then Leyland does her magic. She turns into an earth elemental, and she goes into the wall and just is like moving the earth aside, clearing a path. And as you clear a path in here, and you kind of like come out of the wall, and it like shifts aside, you look inside, and there is a big room. No need to squeeze in there if you were getting there. It's like huge. The ceilings are high, and there's a table, and there's like seated like 12 spectral guards of some sorts. They're all wearing like armor, but they're all like spectral looking, and they all just like look over as the door like the earth like they all just like look over.
I'm just imagining like the cohort of ghosts sitting at the table, and then just like an earth elemental coming through the wall. I'm just like going back to the wall.
The Homer Simpson meme, just go back and just... but anyway, you slip to the side. They look over. You all look over, and we'll start our next session there. As initiative will start as all these ghosts like get up to fight you. There's about 12 of them.
Corporeal bullshit. Now, question, John.
Yes.
What was my result of the roll?
You're not dead. But the effects of it are not known to you right now until you decide to try to use your...
I mean, that is one thing like we talk about when we were on here. There's a chance just I lost my breath weapon.
Exactly.
That's probably what happened from my description.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, from the description.
But let me just give you guys experience for the session real quick, and then we'll end there. Combat, and we'll end the combat. Begin combat and combat.
Instead of becoming more dragon, became less. Now I'm just interested. Did I loosen that part? So if I need a new heart, will everything be fine? Or...
Oh my god.
Don't worry about it.
And I'll find out when I eat the void.
There you go. Lots of experience for this session. You guys are power leveling here.
Love that.
Although I don't know if you'll hit another level. That'll be too insane.
We're missing, like, a casual 220,000.
Yeah, it's like might be a lot of experience, but it's still like
Yeah.
maybe a 10th of the level. Maybe.
Yes. So anything else you want to
Not quite
declare
10th,
on the stream? So I have it. Next session, we're dealing with these ghosts, and then I guess as you look in the room, you will see there are eggs in the room as well, like in the corners of the room. There's only like a few eggs you can see. But yeah, the guards are activating, and they're going to look at you. And then you guys are going to fight the ghosts, and then you're going to check out what you want to do with these eggs. And then what's the
Nothing.
plan after that? You want to just head forward? I guess it'll depend on what you do with the eggs or whatever. But is there anything
Well,
specific I
yeah.
should think about?
Rest somewhere
Well,
before we fight more.
Yes, we're gonna probably save these people, get them out of here, take a quick rest, and then
Get up to
probably
2.
assault the main man himself.
Yes. So I guess the big choice, I mean, it doesn't sound like it's a choice, but if you go back and rest, you are giving him time to re-up his defenses. Not that you have to fight through things, just that more he'll be prepared for your arrival. Versus if you just booked it now, I would have less things in your way in his main lair, but then you're also low resources, so it's probably better to rest in the grand scheme of things. But just so you know, that's just like the what you're doing. And is
I
also
could make either work. I'll just be down to mostly only being able to like utilize hexes. I don't have a lot of spell slots left. Like I have some, but not a substantial amount.
yeah.
We wouldn't have any.
What is the
board.
fucking spell called?
The fucking spell? That's not in my game.
Nap.
Okay. Anyway, even thematically, I think it would
Hi.
make sense that the group takes these people.
Yes, such
saves
chance you have
them.
knapsack.
Knapsack?
Oh, to like
Mm,
rest
that's no.
quickly? I don't think so.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't think you have that spell.
I mean, if only we all had rings of sustenance, guys.
True.
Anyway, well, you can
But no.
formally decide if that's different later. I'll just prepare for that. Given that, we'll set up the thing off stream. I just want to make sure there's nothing else to declare for my notes. I think we're good.
Yep.
Okay.
I will let you know,
GG's.
John, if you kill the void, I will eat his heart.
Okay, GG's.